All right. Now we're back. Once again, OTD Pod, NBA panel. We made it all the way to the playoffs, boys. This is honestly a good slate of 2023 panels that we've done. So we should be proud. Here we are. We should also be proud for the Knicks, Nets, and Celtics, all of which made it to the playoffs. So congratulations to the gang. Everyone's got a piece of the pie here. We got a lot to talk about. Let's go. Let's get right into it. We'll start off with a couple of recaps from the season. As we said at the very beginning, very first pod of the year, we did a snake draft for all five of us to pick as whoever we wanted, whatever team we wanted, in snake draft style, and the winner would be awarded a jersey based on those teams' combined win totals. And with that, congratulations to Dan for picking Sixers, Celtics, Pels, and Kings. 201 wins. That's 4 better than them, who came in second. So Dan, officially, what jersey am I getting you? Is it really Schroeder? You got to do that to me, bro.
Hit a big shot last night.
What's the J?
Damn. Honestly, the Schroeder, like, we joke about the Schroeder thing, but he actually hit that shot.
Big shot, dude.
Of course he did, yeah.
I don't know who I want, man.
He's probably so mad, by the way, that he hit it, and then like it's not like that was the last part of the game. Like it went to overtime after. No one cares, even like it's forgotten about. AD just screwed that.
I remember that.
Dan, I'm not trying to pick for you, dude, but do you have an Ant Edwards, Jay? I feel like you got to get an Ant.
Yep.
Oh, you do.
I have an Ant Edwards, Jay. Yeah. I was thinking about that.
Gobert?
I don't know.
Gobert.
Oh,
Al Anderson?
Get a troll, Jay. Just get a Gobert, Jay, and burn it.
I mean, Dan, it's up to you, bro. I need a name, bro, on the spot.
Dude, like I low key don't have a C's, Jay. Like besides like a Garnett one. I don't have a Tatum. I don't have AB.
Manifest Jaylen Brown for the next 10 years.
I was gonna say.
I literally was gonna say that.
Yeah.
But knowing me, if I get
Jaylen Brown, the future net.
Yeah.
Joe, I'm not trying to talk about this right now.
I know.
Already.
It's good vibes. Nah, he's staying home.
I think you should go with JB. I would, but it's again, Dan. Final call.
That's a manifest, Jay.
It's on video. So I'm doing the JBJ. And we're gonna come back to this and see what happens.
Yep, lock it in, dude. I'm down. Either a bad extension right up the J.
You'll be wearing it when he gets Finals MVP, Dan.
Yeah, exactly.
Manifest it, dude.
Exactly. All right, shout out Dan. JB, newest jersey to his collection. But yeah, so that's the snake draft. Congrats, Dan, on that. Second recap of this pod, I guess, should be the over-unders, which is funny because as we were just talking about, Dan with the worst record in that at 14-16. Me and Billy, 16-14, not much better. Tom and Nem, though, fighting it out for the top. Nem ends up edging out by 1 game. He went 19-11. Mad impressive, not going to lie, Nem. Shout out to you. Tom, pretty good as well, but anything you guys want to say about that?
Haddock, I'm curious. What was the deciding factor? What did we?
Yeah, what was the difference?
I got them all pulled up. So there was first of all, I sorted by like differential. The Thunder and the Kings outpaced their projected total by like 16.5 and 14.5 games. It's like those carried. It ended up, I guess the difference for me and you, like the closest one that could have flipped was the Bulls. So if the Bulls won 2 more games, then I would have had 19, you would have had 18. So like, and just the Bulls, and at 40 games, like if they went 42, so the difference, their 500 season, they're about to get eliminated in the play-in. Just mediocrity all around.
All of you guys went over on the Warriors, which was 50.5, and I was the only one to be on. So that as well, I think it was.
No, that was definitely a big one.
That road Warriors record just killed us. Except you, congrats. But
we had
say, Tom?
Now we had a few. We all picked the Jazz right. Or no, we all got the Jazz wrong, the Pacers wrong, and the Pelicans wrong. The Pelicans were crushing it. We all had their over.
Seriously, they looked great.
They end up missing it by 2.5 games. Like they were the first team to like 20 wins, I think. So obviously it comes down to Zion, but they're playing hard. I think they'll end up getting a spot in the playoffs here. Like I think they can win 2 in a row.
Yeah.
But then our highlights. So we got 4 sweeps as a pod. Spurs, that's a gimme. Blazers, another gimme. Suns and Hornets. So we
I
all went
put
under
us
on
on
the
the
Suns.
Rockets, dude. I don't know
And we
why I
get
took
like a
their over.
backdoor Suns. Like if you look at the
Right.
Suns team, we all said under. They're way better than like, but obviously things happen. So
Yeah.
those are our highlights. Yeah, I think we'll run it back next year. I think one of us will crack 20, but I think 19 is pretty good. Like almost 66% there. So nice work, man.
That's real good. Honestly, that's like pretty impressive, Nam. So shout out.
Dude, really
yeah.
quick. I before the season I sent a parlay with a few of my picks I was hot on. You know, Kings were in there, Suns under, Warriors under. The one that fucked me was my Celtics, dude. It was like 47 and a half. Like 46 and a half. And they smoked it and I went under. So
Yeah.
just classic
That's
pessimistic
tough.
Celtics fan, dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
I
like
just-
5 to like $300. I was so mad. But I think we lost Dan though.
Yeah, we
I
did lose
understand. You
Dan.
didn't want to jinx it, bro.
We did lose
got,
Dan, yo. Fresh off the J.
Dan gets his
Unreal.
J and he's out.
He
Dan
did,
goes-
yo.
Dan goes in and out. No, I had I got the Kings. I mean, I got the Knicks and Celts right, so that makes me feel good. My hometown guys.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Scully was on the under on the Knicks. He'll have to explain that one later.
Yeah, well, listen, dude, at the beginning of the year, my feelings were mixed. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to front about that, but I'm happy where we're at, bro. I'm happy where we're at. So we covered snake draft, over-unders recap. Let's move into, well, we already did this, obviously, at the beginning of the year for our awards and all-NBA teams, although I don't think we did all-NBA teams. But, yeah, at the beginning of the season, obviously, we did the awards. Some picks were pretty good. Most of them pretty bad. So we'll redo them now as it's coming down to the wire here for who's going to get each one. So I'll just start with MVP. Yeah, let's go. Like I'll do each award and then everyone just pick your player for that award. We'll go down that way. Start with MVP. I think that it's pretty much clear cut that it's Embiid right now. So I'll start us off by just saying Embiid MVP, and I'm pretty comfortable with it at this point. And Jokic, great year, but I think it's Embiid's time finally. So that's my pick. Someone else.
I think he had Embiid. We don't have to focus on this for long, but I think Embiid had like a few of those moments where it was just like, holy, like Philly was just going absolutely nuts. Like he had a game winner against the Blazers. Like he absolutely.
I think that was like a
big
Celtics MVP moment. That game winner
left. Like he just had a few of those where it's like, all right, this is like your MVP moment. And I think Jokic just kind of like, I mean, the Nuggets were kind of on cruise control, so like I don't know if that factored in at all. But yeah, it's Embiid. Like I think the media will arrive at that too. So I think they got it right.
All right.
I have Embiid too. I picked him before the season, and there's no reason to change. But yeah.
Hey, now.
Yeah, good pick, man. Shout out. All right, Billy, what do you got?
Brooklyn Bridge, bro.
For MVP?
Yeah.
All right. He's not even
All
on
right.
the ballot, dude.
No,
even on the ballot.
everyone knows it's Embiid's year, bro. Embiid's winning it. Like it's clear cut Embiid. Like I don't know how you could say anything else.
Yeah.
Dude, one thing I will say, I was like deep diving into it. Like
just because
Jokic is first in literally like every like advanced metric, like true shooting percentage, like win shares, all that stuff, like is Jokic. So like if you kind of like drill down further, like like Jokic could win, and like
people don't want to. That's why.
Year, and
but
like
he'll get first place votes. Like I think it's like it's the closest race in a long time.
I think there's going to be voter fatigue too. Yeah, I mean, dude,
you have big time voter fatigue.
Giannis is just the best player. Like we know the best player doesn't always win MVP. Jokic had an unbelievable season even by his standards, and you could even bring in like the supporting cast. I think we would all take Maxey, Harden, some of those other guys over maybe like how Jamal Murray's played this year, MPJ, or the rest of those guys.
I think that's why Jokic won last year, because Jokic carried that crap fucking Nuggets team to like a 2 seed. And it was just so impressive. Like,
So yeah, I mean, an argument can be made for any of the three, especially the two centers.
Yeah, I was looking at I think Embiid's I don't think it's going to be as close as people think. I think
agree.
Embiid's going to like kind of run away with it, honestly.
I think that's stupid. Because
give your Jokic take, Dan. I mean, we all got Embiid, so what's up?
Nem, you made a lot of good points because I think that's the natural response to this year's MVP is. It's like it's Embiid's year. Like just because we've had the Jokic, the voter fatigue, like you're talking about, it's like it feels like it's Embiid's year. But you look at Jokic's stats and you're like, okay, he like very casually almost averaged a 25-point triple-double. And, you look at the underlying metrics, the true shooting wasn't that much lower.
First in true shooting, offensive and defensive win shares.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
It's also like a little more
second in assists as a center, second in the league.
He truly
and rebounds.
He truly facilitates the offense, and Embiid has kind of got his like out of like brute force. So I think I don't know, it's just like two different styles of the game. But Jokic is literally like that's why all those numbers are unbelievable because like it's literally with 10 assists a game, like on top of the best
like no turnovers, performance. Dude, it's crazy. Yeah, all right.
Then, like you come down to the matchup, and Embiid sauced them like when they played once this year in Philly. Got the best of them. Like they put up like 40
and then Embiid ran that second game, dude. He sat out.
Yeah, no, that was
recent the one that was like a month ago. No, like 3 weeks ago. Primetime game, he sat out.
He played in a back-to-back and then sat out that Monday. Like, just schedule that better, guys.
All right. Just for clarity, Dan is the only one who goes Jokic. Billy with a facetious Brooklyn Bridges pick, and the rest of us have Embiid. I like it, Dan, because what you're saying makes sense, but it's also we're kind of at a point. This is going to lead into my next pick too. Maybe because we're kind of at a point now where it's like, all right, like, are we picking who we think is like the MVP or actually the depoy, or are we picking who we know is going to be voted for at this point? And what we're saying is, Embiid is probably just the narrative vote now. So it kind of would be, to me, it's like dumb just not to take him because I think he's going to win it. That's where I'm at. But I respect the Jokic argument.
Yeah, because I think it's a legitimate one.
I mean,
it is pretty legitimate.
Sure, he's gonna get first place vote.
Yeah, he's gonna get first place votes, and arguably he might it probably will be a scenario where it's the best like number. It's hard to I guess say that, but the best all around numbers to not win it. Maybe there could be something to be said for that. But all right, enough on MVP. Embiid or Jokic. Giannis is in third there. I agree with you, Tom. I think he is the best player right now, but it's just not. Again, he's just not really in his cards, I guess, with this MVP voting, but.
Really quickly, would you guys all agree that because there's 5 people on the ballot and that matters? So would you guys say it's Embiid, Jokic, Giannis, Tatum, SGA?
Yeah, I think
Tatum has like every single 4th place vote. Like everyone just like
it is Tatum 4th. Tatum's 4th. 5th SGA though.
Yeah,
the 5th spot. I like SGA. I like.
Is there an argument for Doncic?
I was gonna say Luka maybe, Dan, but the Mavs sucked like so
bad.
That's the same thing. Like him and SGA had, I mean, almost identical seasons. If you're gonna look at it from that perspective, like similar record, like playing, not playing, whatever. I mean, Luka did unbelievable things this year, and he was one of the MVP favorites for first.
So who would you guys have at 5 if not SGA?
I mean, I would probably, I would have. I didn't even actually think about that. I would have Donovan Mitchell or Sabonis.
Crazy enough.
Yeah, a lot of people do. Yeah.
I would probably say D Mitch Nem or SGA, but it's not even out of the realm for me to say Jaylen Brown, honestly. Like after if Tatum's at 4th and then Brown is at 5, that's like a ridiculous prediction. But like, dude, I think he's been really fucking good.
I don't think that's not gonna happen, but I think second team for Jaylen is like a huge win for him in the Celtics. Like that's
we'll get to it. We'll get to that.
Yeah, we'll get to it.
I agree. All right, let's move on to Depoy. All right, so like I said, I think the obvious pick is JJJ. Like he just has, it feels like the narrative is working towards him. He's also got the numbers. He's definitely got the blocks. I mean, there was those reports of like buffing his stats at home. I don't know how grounded they were. I like Brooke Lopez as a sleeper for this, but I'm gonna go Jaren. It's gonna be JJJ. So I'll go Jaren Jackson.
So I'll come right at that right away. I guess I can't go JJJ just because maybe we'll see it again, but he played 45% of his team's minutes.
Yeah,
this year.
mean,
so like you take
fouls so much.
Like you can do like the games, like I guess he played between like 50, 60, whatever games. But 45% of the minutes he gets in foul trouble every single game. Like he is incredible, like help defense sliding, and then even like on ball when it comes down to the post. But it's hard to like, I guess all these awards mean so much, and they're like regular season awards. So I think you have to consider it. I'll probably just go. I think you should go with one of the best guys on the best defense. Typically, that's how like Marcus Smart won it last year. I would just go Mobley. I'm a little biased. I said Mobley before the season.
It's a good pick though.
I think
he's in there.
I think he's definitely in there. The Cavs are statistically the best defense, followed right behind the Bucks. My only problem, I think Depoy is incredibly hard. Like I'll be surprised maybe at anyone who wins this. The first place ballots at least spread across the board by like 4 or 5 guys. I would have a hard time picking Brooke Lopez when he's not the best defensive player on his team. Like Giannis is literally the reason they have the second best defense. Brooke Lopez has been incredible, but I'll give it to Mobley here. I think he's the most versatile, and I think he's going to give Randall and the Knicks a ton of trouble in this first series too.
Yeah, we'll get to that as well. All right, Nem, you want to go for it?
Yeah, I mean that's a really good case. I still went JJJ. Like leads the league in blocks. Like he turned that defense around when he came back to that team. Like they were like a bottom defensive team. I think they were like high 20s in like defensive rating, and he came back and they were like the second or first best team like from like whenever he came back on. So I mean, yeah, I'm gonna go JJJ, but like I do like the Mobley pick. Dude, Scully, what you were saying before, I think like that Brook train like fizzled out, dude. He was kind of like a runaway pick, I think, like throughout the year. And I think people are really like off on him as Depoy because of like Giannis and Drew and just that defense as like a unit.
Right.
So yeah, I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah, because I like how you mentioned that, Tom, like figuring out who's the best defense and then the best player on that D. When you talk about the Bucks, like you just said, them, any of those three you could argue are the best, like all around defenders. So that makes sense. It kind of fizzled out.
I think they are at their position, right? Like
maybe
best defensive guard, Giannis. Yeah.
So that's a good point. All right, Billy, what do you got?
I like Mobley too, bro, for all the reasons Tom said. And I also saw a leak on Twitter that, a lot of people were starting to vote for him. And I think the sway was going towards him as well. So, but you guys made a good case for JJJ as well. So we'll see.
I'm down.
Yeah, I think it'll be pretty split. I like that it's not like a runaway. I think what'll be cool is like I love the first and second defensive teams. I think those are cool to see. Like I don't know, really for the voters, like who's paying attention. Like you get to see like these young guys like McDaniels or like
are those going to be positionless?
Like the guard.
Are those going to be positionless too? Because this is the last year where it isn't, right? For both.
It would be stupid, kind of just like how the other ones. I think it's dumb, but like, isn't it cool to like say first team all defense? All right, here's the 2 guards, Drew and Smart, or whoever it is this year, Giannis and Mobley, and then like JJJ. Like that's disgusting.
Put those 2 teams on like a blacktop, and they're just like scrapping it out for like 30 minutes of straight D. That's so true. I love that. But all right, so Bill and Tom on Mobley, me and Nem on JJJ. Dan, break the tie, my guy. Who do you got?
I have JJJ. I really think that's, I don't know. I like the Mobley call. Like the argument that he didn't play a lot. I mean, when he was on the court, he was a difference maker on defense, arguably the biggest difference maker in the league.
Yeah.
I think that's the main argument.
I've never seen an award get tacked for minutes. You know what I mean? It's like it's not even something we think about. Like, oh, how many minutes? It's like always games. Like, but it's a valid point though.
Yeah.
Because I think he's averaging 4 steals and blocks a game.
Yeah,
It's
it's
stupid.
crazy. It really is crazy. The
Absolutely
steals,
insane.
like, how is he doing that?
I mean,
No,
I'll be curious to see how it goes. Like they're missing their 2 big guys now for the playoffs. Like
Yeah,
I
that's
think
facts,
that's when
Tom.
that's what causes him the most trouble because like I mean I don't know if you guys have had JJJ on your fantasy team or whatnot, but his rebounds are not what you'd ever think they should be.
Yeah.
Like he'll go for like 4 rebounds and like that's
Yeah.
like a big night. So like I don't know, he is like this kind of like he can fly around the paint. But I think like I mean what constitutes defensive rebounds? Like does that come into play? I don't know. I think he's incredible too, and it'll be interesting to see how he can go up with AD. You know,
Yeah.
another candidate by the way for Depoy. Like he doesn't play enough games. People don't even consider him, but like when he's on the floor, the Lakers team is top 5 defense. So
when he's engaged and on the floor, yeah.
I don't think JJ is. Yeah, I think that could be the right pick too. So
yeah,
truly don't know.
All
That's
right.
going to be a split.
Yeah, I agree. I think there will be a lot of votes for Mobley. Maybe some scattered in for Brooke, but yeah, like the picks. I think we've given praise before just on this Grizzlies JJJ route. Tom, we've given praise before to Brandon Clark, like who's hurt, obviously. When JJJ's like in foul trouble and shit, Clark would like come in and honestly give a huge spark. I feel like every time I watch the Grizzlies. And without that, like it's a big miss.
Yeah, I think they complement each other so well. He is a huge, like he's a true 7-footer, and he'll just clean the glass. JJJ can kind of contest all those mid-range shots, some floaters, like, and he's quick enough to do that. So I think that's when he's at his best,
right?
As opposed to like a true rim protector.
Yeah,
but yeah, I mean, he still has a case. Like he has been holding it down for. I mean, they've been without those guys for a few months now. So
yeah,
still holding down the 2nd seed. So obviously he's doing an incredible job there.
Yeah, in the wide open West. All right. So that's Depoy. 3 votes for JJJ, 2 for Mobley. So a little bit closer to MVP on that one. But let's go to most improved player. A favorite award of the pod, I must say. I feel like we have a lot of fun with this one. But it's looking like it's an interesting race at the end here. I feel like you mentioned like with Brooke how at the beginning it was like, oh, he's gonna win Depoy. I feel like Lauri was like a lock at the beginning to win MIP. Everyone was like, holy shit, look at Lauri Markkanen on a new team, kind of blew it up to start the year. But as the year progressed, I definitely felt like Shea was the guy for this. So I'm going to go SGA. We've talked about him maybe having a chance at first team. So I think MIP first team sounds like a great year for Shea. And I'm going to rock with it. SGA for MIP from Skull. That's my pick.
Yeah.
Tom, what do you got, guy?
Yeah, I like that. I mean, the first thing I'll say is that's the hardest jump to make. Like when you're like a borderline all-star and you jump to like sell out superstar, like that's the hardest thing to do. So props to Shea, probably first team. Incredible season. Like they're just getting better. Really like the guys that are around him on that squad. But I just think like MIP, I kind of just like my heart always wants to give it to a guy that's not gonna necessarily win an MVP one day or something like that. That's why I struggled to give it to Ja last year. But I got Lauri like year 7, like 3rd team. Like guys forgot about him, and he's an all-star starter. Don't know how that works. 24 game, like he'll probably be all NBA guy too. Like, and he's just out there. Like I know he's the first option on like a crap Jazz team. Like they were kind of hanging around for most of the year, but I mean this guy is good. Like I think he re-solidified himself in the league. He'll have a job for at least 10 years. Whether he stays on the Jazz for the next 2 years during this Danny Ainge conundrum, I don't know, but I'll give it to him here. I think, I don't know, 7th year is just 3rd team. I think that's really impressive. So
I like it. I like you kind of said it, but it's with this award, I feel like it used to be different. Like I feel like it in like say like 5-10 years ago, Lauri would have been the guy, but somewhere down the line they started giving it to like Ja last year, who's like goes from almost all-star to like absolute superstar. Same sort of deal I think is going to happen with Shea this year, but I love Lauri, and I think when you think about the award, it kind of makes more sense to give it to someone like Lauri based on what you said. So I'm good with that.
Like
Yeah, it's a tough award. It's a tough award. But all right, Nem, who do you got?
Yeah, I have Laurie too. I'm just looking at like
you do.
Laurie was just really like an afterthought. It was on Cleveland and like nobody even cared like on Chicago all those years. Like, and like Haddock said, all-star, and is gonna probably make an all-NBA team. Like averaged 14 and 5 last year. This year, 25 and 8.
Wow.
Averaged 11 more points and 2 more rebounds. Like, and with Shea, like amazing player.
What was Shea's
like,
jump, by the way? Was it like anywhere
he
near
went
that?
up.
He's at like 32. Like he went up.
He's at 31.4 points per game this year. Last year was 25. So, he went up about like 7 points too. But I don't know. I thought Shea was really good last year too. It's kind of like the job thing, but like Laurie to me just kind of like threw himself into kind of like the limelight this season with the All-Star. And so Laurie's my pick.
Word, yeah. Same shit. Think it's a good pick. Billy, what do you got, guy?
Bro, I think, listen, I definitely understand what you guys are saying, right? And this is why I'm not the biggest fan of these awards, because like winning doesn't matter, right? We're talking about Laurie and Shea. They're both chasing the play, and Laurie didn't even make it, bro. You know what Jalen Brunson did this year? Jalen Brunson was a sidekick to Luka last year, and then he came over to the Eastern Conference, which is way better, and brought winning basketball to New York. How is that not a most improved player? He literally became a franchise point guard. Like that's why, like I understand.
Well, everyone who goes to the Knicks that's a point guard is a franchise. They haven't had one in 20 years. So, but I get what you're saying. I'm just looking around.
But like, I understand they had great numbers.
My bad, yo.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
I'm not wrong. Come on, it's a stretch.
No, you're not. We needed D Rose to carry us as the 4 seed 2 years ago.
I'm just saying, Brunson had a winning impact, bro, and that's why.
Hell yeah, he did. Hell yeah, he did.
It's just like so. These awards, just like like fuck off these awards. To be honest, like
yeah, I mean,
I'm down.
It's really how you
define
it. If you want to talk about like more opportunity, though, Brunson obviously had the most opportunity given to him. I think maybe Laurie, honestly, but I think Brunson's even like he has like a case by the true definition of valuable. Like what he did for this team is truly you can't put into words. Like Randall is. The fact that if you go watch the Hawks series 2 years ago, like watch Randall try to be point Randall and run the offense by himself. It is so bad. Do you know who started point guard that year?
Elfrid, bro.
Yeah.
So the fact that that alone.
Man's like, what do you mean?
Yeah.
So
why is Elf catching a stray out of nowhere?
New York represent Bill, dude. Way to go, dude.
I love that, Billy. And honestly, I think your point is valid. Like, if we're even talking MVP, like if we're talking value, like Brunson's is crazy for the Knicks. Like, literally, it's like nth degree level.
It's night and day, dude.
It's night and day. So I'm down. But, all right, Dan, wrap up MIP. Who do you got, guy?
Yeah, like I had Shea, but like Billy, you made a really good point. Like honestly.
But listen, the NBA doesn't work like that, bro. The NBA doesn't work like that. They just look at the stats. And, oh, Laurie had an 11-point differential this year. Like, oh, let's give it to him. He's not even fucking playing anymore, dog. Like, he's not in the fucking playing. Like, it's crazy.
That's kind of why MIP is the most fun too, because you'll get guys from all over. Like, and it's so hard to predict it the year before. Like, I don't know if you guys remember who you had. I had Franz. I think that's even still like a solid pick. That's like a great pick. Like all those guys.
That's a great pick. Clearly improved. He's unreal this year.
Yeah.
Even though it's hard to define MIP, it's still one of the best awards.
Yeah.
That would be a great. You might have to write it.
I actually had Brunson for my preseason pick.
Yeah, you did. And
RJ. You guys, Billy and Dan, you had Anthony Edwards.
I think I had.
Haddock, you had Maxey.
I think I had
Davion Mitchell.
Garland.
Skull. Davion, dude.
I know, Davion. Yo, he's had some good minutes lately, though. But I had Garland as my first pick. Garland was eating at the beginning of the year. I didn't hate that pick. I should have went with Halliburton, but even that would have been no good, I guess.
Dude, oh man, if Halliburton played more games,
he would have won it. He would be right.
He would have made an All-NBA team. I think.
Yes, dude. Yes, and I know, Tom. Like we made the bet. Me and Dan lost. Whatever. Hindsight's 2020. If Halliburton had played all year, they would have maybe been a 7 seed, dude. I'm not even kidding. They were. They talk about night and day.
Scully, real
Yeah.
quick, I'm low key not over that yet. Not over that Pacers like
It's
that.
ridiculous, dude.
They had
Night
so
and
much
day.
potential.
Guys, the
Bro,
team is not good though.
nah, bro.
I mean, they had.
He
I
is
know,
incredible. He is
He's
incredible. Yeah, it's tough
the
that
difference
he like
that I would see firsthand was like I would not be it literally Miles Turner goes from nice piece on my fantasy team with Halliburton to unplayable. Unplayable, dude. Like 13-5. Like
I think
it's
7th seed, like that was a good call. Like
dude,
they could have
hi-
easily been a 7th seed.
hands in the air on that, Dan. We lost a bet, but I totally
I know.
agree.
yeah,
Enough
I mean,
about
I'd
the
like him
Pacers,
more than
but
any of the play-in teams we've
Yeah,
watched.
Currently, right?
that's what I'm saying. Really, like
yeah, I mean, like we just the Hawks. Like, come on. Enough about the Pacers, though. We're in the
Yeah.
playoffs now, so Indiana. Like, I don't know why. I don't know who's getting face off
Playoff
right
Snuck
pod
its
featuring
way
the
in.
Indiana
featuring
Pacers.
Indiana. But all right, MIP. 2 votes for
Like,
Shea,
yeah.
2 votes for Lori. Shout out Bill for Brunson. I think that's a great pick. All right. So rookie of the year. Dude, I have to say before I make my pick that you guys, a lot of you picked Keegan Murray, which was looking like a huge bust pick at the beginning of the year. He didn't play bad going down the stretch. He actually had some really good moments. So just want to give
He's
a
gonna
he's
have
not
some
going to win the
meaningful
award,
playoff
but
minutes.
what'd you say?
No, he'll be on like the first team. He'll have some meaningful playoff minutes.
Yeah,
Like,
dude, I think he will. And I'm good for Keegan, I guess. That's my only shout out. He's not going to be anywhere near the award, but good for Keegan. He'll probably be around top 5. But Paolo, I think he's just clearly the best rookie out of this class. Was probably from game 1, dude. Realistically,
yeah,
we knew.
first option since October. Like the guy has been unreal for so long. Some other guys stepped up, which is really rounding out this rookie class. But yeah, we don't have to think long and hard. I think Paolo's going to come into next year. He's the most exciting second year guy. Like he already takes on like a full load, 20 points per game, first option for the spunky Magic next year. I'm going to double down. But yeah,
Look out.
he definitely like coasted a little bit, and like Dan will probably get into some of these other guys that started to go off. But I think it's all wrapped up for Paolo.
Yep. Nem, you agree?
Yeah.
Paolo. Bill. Yeah, Billy. What do you got?
Yeah, everyone knew that it was gonna be Paolo, like you said. I loved watching Paolo at Duke. Like he was pretty intriguing to watch, but I don't know. I also like Mathurin, bro. He's not gonna win. Like I like the backcourt than the Pacers are doing. So with
Keep it up
Halliburton
with
and
the
that.
Pacers talk. I'm down.
Yes, but it's gonna be Paolo.
All right. Once again, Dan, do something different for us here. Make your case. Who do you got?
I'm making the case just because I do think it's Paolo. Like clearly he's going to be the guy. Like just betting wise, I think it's him. But you look at what Jalen Williams did. Again, this is kind of like sad, but like to get OKC to the play-in, like
As the
yeah, he
10.
was really good.
Dude, not sad at all. He is
Yeah,
unreal.
no,
I would
he's
trade
awesome, dude.
if I'm the Knicks. I would trade like 2 unprotected
He's
picks
really
right now for him.
nice.
I think
He's
he's gonna
awesome,
be
bro.
so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
I'm just
electric.
saying,
He
like to
can-
do all that just to get to the play-in, it's like, man, like
Yeah.
because you have
Yeah, I
SGA
know.
too there, but like I'm not gonna lie, I did not think he was gonna make any sort of impact, let alone be on like an OKC like starting rotation. So
Yeah. Like a spunky, another spunky team, OKC.
I didn't even have him to be the best Jalen Williams on the Thunder. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
he
low-key,
definitely
the other one was
he
better.
surprised me there. Like, nah, he's good. And then I guess no one had him, but definitely wanted to mention Walker Kessler. He is legit,
Oh, yeah.
and just the
Yeah.
fact that he was drafted and then traded for Gobert. It's not like they drafted him with this pick. Like they traded Walker Kessler, among other things, for Rudy Gobert. And it's just like
I don't
wow.
know if he's gonna get. I haven't looked at the DPOY ballot, but I feel like there's a case for him to get a vote if you look at his stats.
Yeah, someone will
Like-
vote
Yeah.
for him.
QB
He's
Brown will vote for him or something.
QB,
QB. Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I took Jalen Williams, but it's
I like
think
the
Ben
shout
might
out,
take it.
Dan. I like the shout out.
No, you
dude.
gotta
Just get his
gotta
name out
shout
there.
that.
I'm
Yeah.
down. But all right, I think we're all in agreement. It's Paolo, but I love the shout out for Jalen Williams and Keegan Murray among others. But yeah, all right, 6th man of the year. Let's wrap it up.
This is gonna get spicy, dude. This
yeah.
might get spicy, bro.
This might get spicy, huh? I
Yeah.
will say this before I to premise my pick.
Do starters get 6-man votes or no? Just curious if you start 20 games, if that counts or not.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep. That's exactly what I was gonna say. All right, listen.
Oh, Haddock prepared a
Yeah, we're
PowerPoint.
ready. I'm sure Tom's ready. But yeah,
Like,
listen, IQ has started a lot of fucking games.
You know, Brogdon has better stats than him across the board. Shooting percentage 3, they average the same points. Rebounds, assists are the same.
IQ's had a couple crazy games though that Brogdon hasn't put together.
Because he
starts. So has Isaiah Joe.
I mean, that's
here's
not a
given.
Question. Okay, he starts.
But
so
like
Brogdon's
40. Not going to have a 40-point game if he's playing 30 minutes off the bench.
Here's my question.
When quickly played like 50 minutes in that Celtics game, like
he started a lot of games. I'm not going to lie. I just think the voters aren't going to care. He's still going to win it.
Just define. If you look at all the
more so, do you actually believe that IQ is the 6th man of the year?
Oh, but
dude,
like
yeah.
Like
I mean,
easily.
yeah. I really believe
I think that's
easily
completely ridiculous.
Easily is an overstatement because Brogdon's
not easily. Brogdon's right there, but I think IQ wins it.
I think
they all have the same. They have the same exact stats.
Here, let me. Here's the case though.
Look it up.
And he was literally coming off the bench.
Yeah.
Like
I just don't get why that's like
what am I missing?
Why is that the anchor? Because
it's the 6th man. You can't start 6 people.
Newsflash, no one plays in the NBA games. Like these guys just don't play. So like look at all of our stars. LeBron takes off 30 games, Kevin Durant misses 30 games, Steph 30, Dame 30, Luka 20. It's like Brunson misses 5 games, quickly starts all 5. RJ misses 4 games, he starts all 4 of those games. Grimes misses like 8 games, he starts all those. I think that's the definition of a 6-man. Like anyone who's injured, he's the guy that comes in. What you do with those extra 15 minutes in that game is all up to you. He's literally won games. See Boston in March. I think he is definitely the right pick, and I don't think he needs to be penalized because he started an extra 17 games, which Brogdon didn't play. Like they both quickly played in like 76 games this year. Brogdon played in like 60. So like, would you rather your 6-man start an extra 16 games or just not play? I think it's a stupid argument to say that. If you want to look at the per minutes, what would stop Tom Thibodeau from just taking quickly off the bench with 2 minutes into every game? Like I think it's definitely elementary. I don't know. You can pick either guy. I just don't think I'm not getting out of bed for Brogdon. Like his quiet like 20 to beat the shit out of the Magic when you have 2 of the best players in the NBA on your team. Nah, I don't know. Quickly like has single-handedly put the Knicks out front multiple times. I can point to 4 or 5 games. That's all I'll say. I don't know. I think it's an incredible race though.
I think you have a point with like the Celtics team is better than the Knicks. So like IQ definitely contributes to like them winning. Like Malcolm Brogdon's not going to like win the Celtics a game necessarily, but I think he could, like he might in the playoffs. Like the Celtics have one of the better benches in the league, and like he might be a reason why they win a game here and there. But like I get what you're saying with that, but I don't know. I'm looking at it now. Brogdon played like more games than we thought. He played 67. That's a lot of games, and they have the same exact numbers. And Brogdon has better shooting percentages. So like I think it's closer than you're making it out to be. I know IQ had like the flashier like games and stuff like that, but the numbers are the same. He played like 10 less games, but it's going to be close. Like I'm saying this, but like I have IQ, but I think it's going to be close.
Wow.
Him and Norm Powell, dude. You guys are sleeping on Norman Powell. I'm like not kidding about that. He's actually like 18 off the bench.
I can't really
He's
attest
legit.
Yeah.
I'm sleeping right now.
He's not gonna win, but like he's legit. Like
when you said it in the chat, I thought you were joking straight up. That's how like not
the bench. That's a lot of points.
Absolutely.
I know I'm not hip. I'm not hip.
Yeah. All right.
All right. So Billy, I guess. What do you got, Bill? You're the only one leaving us dry.
Well, having no dog in this fight, right?
Nice.
Gonna be quickly, bro. Easily quickly. Like I could say the same thing about Brunson. I could say the same thing about Quickly. Who has had the biggest impact for their team this year? It's definitely Quickly, bro. It has to be. Like the Celtics have been a top 2 team. They added Brogdon. Good for them. Like good. So now JT doesn't have to turn the ball over every single time in the most important moments. It's good for them. I'm glad. I'm glad you guys got a point guard now, but it's easily quick.
I mean, Brogdon's going to be incredible.
Gonna
for the
be
Celtics
closer
in the
than you guys
playoffs.
think, dude. I'm
No,
It's
telling
gonna
you.
be
I actually-
close,
Yeah.
yo. I'm
It's
in
gonna
I'm
be
in the
Brogdon.
camp of it will be
Close.
close. It's just
It's
quickly.
gonna be
I'm
stupid
down.
close. I'm
I
telling
agree
you.
with that.
I saw one leaked ballot that had IQ third, and I was just like, "This is so foul. Like that could be like the
Third?
difference
Oh
maker."
wow. Under
Yeah,
Norman
behind
Powell,
Bob.
who was over them.
No, behind Bobby. Big shot, Bob.
Ooh,
Oh, what? Okay,
I actually
where's
like
that?
that, dude.
That's
What
not
about-
I
bad,
like it.
yo.
Austin
got-
Reeves, bro. Any love for Austin Reeves?
Austin
He
Reeves.
started
He
like the last
started a
20,
lot this
dude,
year, though. Yeah.
when he had 30 free throws in 4 games.
Yeah.
Dude,
Nah.
I heard them say yesterday he has like the highest plus minus in the league since the All-Star break or something like that on the floor. That's pretty good.
Wow.
He's gonna
Good
get.
now.
He's an unrestricted free agent.
gonna get a
One
bag.
guy, someone reported that his market value is looking like the Lakers can't even afford it already. I was like, that's
Nice.
hilarious.
Nice.
His market, like
Because
they
Shane
can.
loves that.
Nice. Yeah, Shane's all over
Nice.
that.
He'll be on the
Nice.
Hornet, dude. He'll go to the Hornets for like
I
4
was
for 80
stressing
mil.
last night, bro. I was
Yeah.
stressing last night. I thought LeBron was
Oh,
gonna lose, bro.
I thought it was
Giannis.
Dude, I was
like
like,
you
yo,
said, Bill. I was just trying to go to bed by the end. Dog. It was like 2 a.m., bro. I was like,
I
bro.
know it's ridiculous.
No one passing
Uh,
up playoff Braun for sleep in
get it.
2023.
I
Guys.
hear
We
you.
know
I
it's
didn't. I
it's
didn't.
too rare, yo. We might only
I
get a
hear
few.
you. It's
We might
rare
only
and
get a first
dwindling,
round this
yo.
year.
It's
We might not
dwindling,
get.
dude.
We
What do
might not
got
even get a
left? Maybe
second
2
round
years.
this year.
Well, we'll
Yeah,
get
we
to it.
gotta-
We'll get to it. We'll get
We
to
gotta
it.
be
All
careful
right.
with that.
Yeah.
All right.
Speaking of that, so how do we want to do the all NBA teams? Do we want to just go
Oh.
through like everyone's team?
I was just gonna say I deleted the other 2, but coach of the year, Mike Brown, clutch player, Fox.
I think we all
Oh.
agree with
Yep.
that.
They might
Yeah.
be. They
Yeah.
might both be unanimous.
Is
Like
that an
those.
actual award?
Wait, what was the other one, Tom?
Yeah.
Coach of the year and what?
The Jerry West clutch player of the year.
Clutch, the Jerry
Oh,
West Clutch
God.
Player of the Year.
Dude,
RJ,
when did
legit,
is
yo.
that new this year?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is.
The
Wow.
Toyota Disney Jerry West Award.
It's just weird.
Dude.
The only measure is like they have these like clutch stats, like I guess like close game with 5 minutes left, and like De'Aaron Fox is like double the next guy in points, which is like Butler.
All right, so I guess it's Fox. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think we can just
All right. Cool.
for
Fox,
all,
Mike
all
Brown,
NBA. I would
unanimous,
say, I mean, does anyone for all NBA, like I would just go through and say like, does anyone have like hot takes? But like, it looks like if we could aggregate like the first one, we'd all have like Shea looks unanimous, Tatum, Giannis. And I'm surprised
Yeah.
to see like a ton.
I
ton
would
of Luka here.
have Shea.
Let's
My
go-
team, I
yeah.
think I'd go Shea, Luca, Tatum, Giannis, Embiid. Yeah, that's what I would do.
So who's that other guards, Tom? I took Luca.
Yeah,
I
I'd go
have
Luka.
I have Donovan Mitchell over Luca.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I mean, I think
I was.
he
I mean,
took the-
I have Luca, but like, I'm like not loving it. But
Yeah.
I would like.
thought he
I
put
would
up
like
some
him
good-
in the third spot.
He
Team
put up
match.
he put up Shea numbers, and if SGA is a first team, so is Luca. That was my like
Yeah.
way of thinking.
That's
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
I'm thinking, Dan. Like,
But if you
it would-
really want to get into like contribution to the teams and like
Yeah.
performance translating to wins, like Luca just does not have that argument.
Yeah,
going
I would
for
even
him,
like
so.
I would even revise mine. I think you guys swayed me here.
Wow. Shout out then.
It's just tough. Like you never know like when like games one comes into it. But like I think Luca missed like 15 or 20 games or whatever, and the Mavs lost like every single game. So like
Yeah.
I don't know. That should help him, not hurt him in a way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that makes sense. But all right, yeah. Second team. Do we want to? Yeah, let's just start off with like some hot takes. I guess we already mentioned. I think like I think Jaylen Brown gets second team. Like
Yep.
pretty
That
far and
it
away.
should be a
I don't
lock.
think it's that much.
Yeah.
It should be a
I
lot.
hope so.
dude.
I have
So,
D-Mitch,
on that.
Fox, Brown, Butler, and Jokic. Is Fox a hot take? Do you guys like Fox?
No,
second
I have Fox second team.
Fox,
Yeah.
I have Fox second team, bro.
I would probably
Yeah.
do Fox.
And like
See,
you
that's the
said, so I
thing,
think
like,
JB like locks down a forward spot, second team. I
Yeah.
can't think of anyone else.
I guess
that,
that's
like-
the thing. He gets a forward spot. If you put JB at the forward
Yeah.
spot, I'll go.
No, he's legit eligible at forward. Yeah, it's
Okay.
not. No one's voting
right.
for him at guard. I don't think.
I'll do JB forward, Fox at guard, and D-Mitch at the other guard, and
Jokic and Butler,
Jokic.
or Jokic and Randall. Haddock,
Definitely Jokic.
Randall.
I don't know.
Harden.
I don't know
I don't want to be
between
too
Randall
much.
and-
Yeah, I don't want to be too much of a
I
homer, but
was-
like he literally suited up every single game, like, and he averaged
Yeah.
25 and
I was thinking
10.
Randall and Brunson on third team together, low key.
That's what I have. So
I think
Yeah,
that's the
I
right
like
thing.
that
Like
now.
in a vacuum, like if you look at this Knicks team and say like, all right, whatever else happened in the league, I think that makes sense. Like,
Right.
I don't know if he should be getting the second one, but like, just give me Randall
second
over.
seems a bit high.
Give me Randall over LeBron, Jimmy Butler, and KD and Kawhi. Like,
Yeah, no,
I
100%.
I think
One-
averaging 25 and 10 and playing 20 more games, I think that makes a difference, and that's what the first team, second team, and third team is all about.
So
Yeah.
I think it's tough having two Knicks on here though, so that's kind of my own B. But maybe I could even.
yeah,
I mean, two
do
Kings are
something
going to
with
make it because I feel like Sabonis is easily third team.
but the
if not
Kings have the
second.
second best record.
Yeah,
Like the Celtics are going to have two players, and the Kings are going to have two players, two top teams.
True.
Like the Bucks aren't going to have two players. The
Yeah,
Nuggets aren't going
no.
to have two players. Like, do the Knicks
No.
really have two of the top 15 players in the league? Like, I don't.
That's crazy.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe they do.
Maybe. When you
Maybe they
really
do,
look at
I
it, they
guess.
might. But
I mean, I
That's
wouldn't call
crazy.
Brunson a top. Like,
where are
guess-
you putting? Are you putting Dame on that third team?
no.
yeah.
I'll give
I
you
think I
my
have
third
to.
team right now, dude.
That's what.
I don't
Yeah.
feel comfortable putting Dame in any of these teams. That's
No,
all.
I agree.
Because there's
I
no
agree.
winning. There's no winning aspect.
There's
I
no
got
Dude, third
winning, dude.
team, I have Ja, Brunson, Randall, Laurie Markkinen, and Sabonis. Like,
Right. So no
that's the
Steph.
You don't
Randall
have-
spot for me. Like,
no
Wait,
Steph.
so who
no
are your
LeBron,
forwards?
no Kawhi.
Wow. I
Who's
think
My
your,
forwards are
second team's
Randall,
third,
Laurie,
dude.
and
That's what I'm
Who's your
saying.
second team forward?
Sorry.
You have
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler.
Brown and Butler. Yeah.
Butler.
I mean, dude,
Dude, I
there's
mean,
something to be
if you
said
look
for
at
like,
Butler's stats this year, like his
Yeah.
all the advanced stuff, like
Yeah.
it's just hard. Like we
Yeah.
know how good Butler is. Like, I don't know. I know that
Yeah.
he sucked, but
No,
Yeah,
he makes
I
a
don't know.
he's a full court difference maker.
Like, why should
Tough.
LeBron get a second team over Butler? The teams did the same. LeBron played less game. Like, I don't know. I don't
I
see
think
it.
no, it's a good
honestly,
point.
I think Jimmy B gets second and LeBron gets third. That's probably
I
what I
need-
would say.
But who
I
is
mean-
your third then, or who are you taking off that? Laurie?
Lowry,
Dude.
yeah.
Yeah, I would
Yeah.
probably, I'd probably take
I
off
guess-
Lowry, dude.
Yeah, I don't want to
Why?
contradict what I said
Why?
earlier, but
Why though?
Dude.
Just because it's LeBron James? Like,
I mean, he's
Laurie
had
played
this-
more games. Better, probably. I mean, LeBron averaged more points, but dude,
I mean, you can't.
Laurie,
Laurie
the
doesn't have
problem
center
is-
eligibility. I guess not.
No, you're not taking.
because Sabonis is center, dude.
Yeah.
No
Well, I think
way.
Sabonis could be second, even, dude.
Sabonis-
Nah, Jokic. Nah,
I
Jokic.
wish
Nah, Jokic,
Sabonis.
dude.
I
Lock for
wish
third team.
Sabonis had forward eligibility. I would have put him probably second.
yeah, but he only
Yeah.
plays center.
What
I
I
know.
would do that
Yeah.
shit too. I would take out
Nah,
Randall. from
I mean,
But
dude,
he's a
does
lock.
AD get no love on this? By the way, just
No,
saying.
I'm taking Sabonis.
If AD's gonna get any love, I think it would be Depoy over like third team. I think
Dude,
Sabonis,
so
like,
LeBron played 55 games. Like, come
That's pretty
on.
low.
Yeah.
It's pretty
So
low.
Laurie
maybe
played
you might have to
67.
just,
Yeah.
especially if Lowry
That's
doesn't
not
get
doing it for
that
me, dude.
MIP.
Dame, Steph, and LeBron all played like 55 games, bro. I don't.
Lowry's
don't
gonna
like
have
it.
to get one of
Eh,
the
alright,
third
if
team
it's a
and
coin-
MIP. He's got to get one
Yeah,
of those.
yeah.
For what he
Yeah.
did
if it's a
this year.
coin flip, then sue me for picking LeBron over Laurie Markkinen. Like,
All right,
Yeah.
all right. But
Yeah,
what do you
no.
guys like?
I
What do
would-
you
I would
guys?
say
Nah,
that-
I think
I would
you
say the same
convinced
thing
me,
about-
though.
Tom,
Them.
you're
I
gonna
would
have an
pick Laurie.
army of people behind you, so you're
Good
fine.
luck, Scully. Good
There's
luck.
no.
I would pick.
Wait, what
Laurie,
about the
though.
guards though? John Brunson. What do you guys feel about that? Those are mine.
I think Brunson has
Yeah.
to get left off. Like, I think one Nick
For
is
who?
probably right.
Who are you
I
putting
mean,
on?
Steph. I would have Steph on here.
I would have Steph.
Yeah.
I'd put
Probably.
Dame, but there's no argument for Dame.
Nah,
Steph,
Dame,
Fox.
Dame is off of mine. Dame will probably get a votes though. That's my thing.
Wait, who?
I'm keeping him off mine, but I
Fox
bet you
is
he-
second.
Yeah, Fox
Fox
is
is
second,
second.
but I
Oh, I
think
had-
Dame and Steph are gonna probably get
I had
votes
Mitchell
over
and Ja.
Brunson.
I had
You
Mitchell
have
and Ja
Ja
second.
over Fox on second team?
Yeah,
Oh man,
Wow.
you lost.
Nah,
me
I
on that
disagree
one,
with
dude.
that. Really?
Yeah.
yeah.
Ja?
No way, bro.
Dude,
How many games did he play?
my guess is like
Fox
60.
played like 73
Fox
games,
barely
bro.
missed any. Wait, you talking Fox or
Yeah,
Ja?
Ja
I
played,
mean,
like-
Ja was way better than Fox, 61, and like he'll be the only one from the Grizzlies voted on here. The Grizzlies are a far better team, I think. Not
Which
far
one
better.
did
I
you
can't say.
send,
I
Jay?
can't say.
I don't know about that.
I don't think
Yeah.
they're far better at all.
Which one did you send, Jay?
All right, whatever. I think it's Fox for sure, but I
Yeah,
have Ja
no,
third.
it's It's tough. It's tough.
I think if I had to go heart to heart, I'd go Brunson Fox, but I wouldn't be surprised if it was Steph and Fox for third team. That's probably where I stand.
I think Fox ends up second team, deadass. I think he's gonna end
100%
up
agree.
second team.
And
I think
I
the
think
Knicks.
it's Steph.
If I'm just
Steph
like
Brunson.
spectating this whole vote, the Knicks
Brunson's not
because
gonna get
but
third
like
team.
half,
I'm just doing
half
that for like
half the people are going to give Randall because there's more of an opportunity because there's less like eligible forwards for like second team, whatever. There's more better guards or better seasons for guards this year.
Yeah.
So Brunson will get left off, but like I think all Knicks fans would agree. Like if anyone were to make an All NBA team, it would be Brunson. But I think the Knicks might get screwed
I
because
just don't
they'll
think
both
people
get
are
like
gonna
half
vote
votes.
two Knicks. It's gonna be one of them. I don't think there's
Yeah,
gonna be two Knicks.
but
And
every
I think
ballot is going to have one Nick, and it's going to be half and half, and they might both get left.
that's
off.
what I'm
I don't
saying.
know.
But if
That
you
would
had
be
to
so
pick
classic.
one, would you pick Randall or Brunson for third team?
Randall.
Really?
Randall because I think he was
I
better
think
than
Randall,
Jimmy
yeah.
Butler and better than LeBron and better than Laurie Markkinen. So like
I
would
have
pick
him
Randall.
third. I mean, I think
Yeah.
Randall belongs on that list.
I
for
think-
sure.
yeah.
No, I think that's the right choice. I think that'll probably be what happens. And Fox
Probably.
or Steph.
Does anybody
or
have
Dame.
anything like hot?
I mean, I had Dame on here. You guys made me edit it.
That's hot.
I
Like
had
we kind of deliberated. But remember
Ooh.
January, dude? Like Dame did like Harden.
Yeah, I had Dame.
Yeah, against like the
gonna get
Rockets
votes.
and shit though, dude. Like
It was so fun, man. You can't even lie. That was
it was, but like it's kind of like
He
the
was
Luka thing with me, bro. That team
Yeah.
was so pathetic, and then they deliberately tanked and shut Dame down. Like, I don't think, like, I know he had a great individual year, but dude, he played like 55 games too.
Yeah.
Though. Like,
I don't see
I
how
know
you
he had
put
a great
Dame over
year, but
Steph,
like,
dude.
I
That's
think,
the thing. If
no.
you're gonna put Dame,
no, I would
like,
take Steph. Yeah, I would
yeah,
take
I
Steph
think you
over
have to
Dame.
take Steph over Dame, and that leaves Dame out by like process of elimination. There's just not enough space.
I think people
Yeah,
just
yeah.
have like
Makes
a
sense.
sour. I think people are sour on like Dame and
Yeah,
Luka
that
after
too.
like what their teams did. Like,
That too.
yeah.
All right.
The
I think that's a
yeah.
good enough discussion. Unless anything else we want to add here. Let's
I
get
like
into
it.
the series.
I
Let's
mean,
get
the
into
Blazers
let's get
went
into the
like
series.
the Blazers went off on the tank. Like they got down to 5, which is like the meaningful, like they might make
And
a
then
jump.
they shut Dame down.
No, they shut Dame down. Then they
Were
ended up-
in like they were in like a few games of the play-in. They knew that and then shut Dame down. Like they literally wanted no part of the play-in.
I mean, not to bring it up, but Nevin, you were like, I like KD here. Like they were in first place.
KD what?
Remember that? You were like, I like KD to like the Blazers. Like we were all trying to draft up
Yeah.
one West contender. I like the Grizzlies. Some of you guys like the Suns. You were like the Blazers.
They were in the world.
So
dude.
they were
First place when
good
you
this
said
year,
that.
dude.
Dude,
In
they
a
were
world,
good
they're
for a second.
God.
They were good.
My Blazers, bro.
that would
Tough,
be
dude.
crazy.
That was probably the hottest take of the pod, but I was down.
A
I
seal
was
I
down.
loved
Blazers
it.
team
That was a
with
That was a
good
KD.
great
take.
take.
Yeah, I like the take. Yeah. All right, let's get
Whatever.
into the series, dude. Let's get into the playoffs. Let's do it. So I figure I have the list here of the games. We want to just go through them one series by series?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we'll just talk about it. Fuck it. All right, let's start with both 1 seeds. Is there anyone that thinks someone out of the play-in can make a run at all? I guess I'll start it there. My guess is no, like hard no. But
You guys all
anyone have
are on the
anything to
Lakers,
say?
right?
What?
What?
Silly, the Lakers are winning the West, bro.
What?
Lakers are gonna beat the Grizzlies. Then they're gonna beat what is it? The Warriors if they beat the Kings then next.
Yeah. Well, it would be the NBA is staring at Lakers Warriors second. round.
I was
Warriors.
just telling Billy that, dude. How badly do you think the league wants Lakers Warriors?
So
Oh,
bad.
they're
the
gonna
Kings
see it.
are fucked, dude. They're fucked.
Fuck,
God.
yo. I
We're
can't
gonna
believe
see
they
it in the
came out
record.
in them and the Warriors were minus 200, like huge fucking favorites as a
I'm
3 seed
riding, dude.
underdog. That's crazy to me.
All right, so what about
let's
the
just do
East?
it
Though?
then.
No, right?
The
Nah,
East
in the East,
plans-
no, dude, no.
I have a
No.
combined
Hawks give the
8.
Celtics a tough 7, dude. Just like,
Dude,
Nah.
no. If that happens, I'd be
Nah.
shocked, dude.
Nah.
And same
I
goes for, I guess it would be the Heat or the Bulls, or no,
I think
Heat, Raptors or Bulls. What's good with that score?
The Celtics would have.
no, the
literally
Raptors
picked
are gonna get
Hawks.
the Raptors are gonna get the.
The Raptors are going to play the Heat for the 8, right?
No,
Yeah.
the Bulls are the Bulls are about to win the game.
I know,
What?
yeah.
Where they-
Wow.
Yeah.
They're up
Wait,
team.
dead
Shut
ass.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bull. Oh, they came back. Yeah, the
They
Bulls
were
are about to
down
win.
like 18.
Wow, Bulls up 2 with 12 seconds.
Whoa.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're gonna win.
Well, I mean, like that's cool and
Like-
all, but neither of these teams, both of these teams get swept, dude. Like,
Don't care. Yeah, the fact that it's the Bucks, I don't even need to be sitting here. The
Yeah.
Bucks
Right,
team
like-
is a
Wow.
well-oiled machine right now. I think they'll
Yeah.
cruise. They'll sweep. The Celtics will sweep. I think the Celtics would have.
No, no.
So
they
for the
could-
sake of the so for the
Hawks
sake
could win
of
two. Hawks could
No,
steal
stop.
two.
Stan,
at
for the
home.
stop.
sake of
Team's
the
not good.
exercise, let's just assume the Lakers are the 7 and then
It's
like
gonna be at least
no
well, the
one's
Lakers
picking
are
the
the
eight
7.
that
The
have
Lakers
their
are locked
conference.
at the 7.
Yeah. And so,
So
are
let-
the
all right.
Hawks. So for the 8 seeds, like no one's picking an 8 over a 1. So let's
Okay.
just
No
like
one's
go
picking an
through
8
the
over 1.
series.
So screw, yeah, 2 sweeps, I would guess, if not in 5. Let's start in the East and go down. Boston versus Atlanta. I think Boston in 5. I mean, you guys could play like devil's advocate for your Celtics, but Celtics in 5, dude. At max. Come on.
Yeah.
No, I like it.
I would say Celtics sweep, bro.
Yeah.
Me too.
So
I'll give them a game. I'll give them like a Trey game at home, you know.
Trey game
I'll
at
go- I'll
home.
go
Exactly.
5.
Like a
Celtics in
3-0,
5, yeah.
they get it to 3-1 because Trey has 40. That's what I see.
Mhm.
Dan, I'll let you take the floor if you have anything to say.
Well, I'm just gonna have to take the contrarian 6, Celtics in 6, and just maybe one of those games you're just like, what the hell just happened? Which
Yeah.
the Celtics have done before, where
Yeah.
so
Rob Will's
I'll-
out or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I'll go
Yeah,
season
Capella
6.
just snaps for like 25 boards.
Yeah,
I'll
you
give
get
it
a
to you.
trade.
I'll give it to you. I think the odds of it going 6 is. I don't think there's any chance it goes past 6. Then I'll leave it at
Oh,
that.
I can totally agree with that. Like,
Okay. All right. So we got
something-
Boston over Atlanta.
Yeah.
Pretty easily. Philly versus Brooklyn. I'll
Philly
say.
let's hear it, Phil.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
Bill.
So
Go ahead.
this is what I want to see for the Nets, bro. Like I don't have the highest expectations because obviously Embiid the Sixers, but this is what I want to see. I want to see the defensive intensity there. I want to see them initiating the double team on Embiid and when he's in the post quickly and keep going because he can still score even when you double team. You can't lose composure. You have to keep going, keep double teaming, help the helper, keep rotating on defense, and you just got to keep playing like that. And then there's I think there's pressure on 2 players this series. I think Dinwiddie has been talking a lot of shit, especially with Kyle Kuzma. So I think he has a great opportunity to prove that he can actually be a good point guard in this league. So he's got to do that now. He's got to put up some points, put up some assists, and really contribute. And then I want to see Mikal, show everyone. I think he could be an all-star next year. I think he's a good, like a pick for most improved player next year. So just show aspects of that. Like in terms of winning the series, like I don't think anyone really truthfully thinks they're going to win the series. I don't even know if anyone really thinks they're going to get 2 games, but just like be competitive. That's it. Just be competitive and play hard. That's all I want to see really.
Yeah, dude, I think you'll see that, Bill, really. Like, I'm probably
I
leaning
agree.
Sixers in like 6, but I wouldn't be shocked if it goes 7. Like, Harden's cold, Mikhail's locking him down,
Yeah.
Embiid, like, as we've said a bunch of
I would
times, on
be-
1 foot.
Yeah, I would be
Never
so
know.
down for a Harden like meltdown, but I just think Embiid is just like these
Embiid's
two.
Claxton's gonna have his hands full, dude.
Yeah, like
for
he's
sure.
just way too good. Like the Nets haven't been able to guard Embiid for like the last like 5 to 7 years. Like it's been so tough. It's
Yeah.
crazy. But
All
you
right, what do you got though? If you had to put a number on the series,
no, I give them at least 1 game, bro. I give them at least 1 game.
I agree. I'd probably give him 2. I would probably go Sixers in 6.
well,
Dude, I would be down, but I think that's just like a really tough task for them, to be honest.
I
hear
just
you.
Yeah, I'd go 6. I like
Wow.
McCall to average like something crazy, like 30, 35 a game this series.
That'd be
Like
so
just go
good.
absolutely nuclear, like lose the series, but like holy shit, we got like an all NBA guy next year.
Yeah.
Embiid's not gonna shoot 12 free throws per game. And then lastly, Harden is like kind of not so good right now. Like, I don't know. He's been like
Yeah.
not playing or playing like halftime, like half minutes, like not shooting too hot.
And then he
So I don't
runs
know
into
what
a
that
scrappy
means.
Nets backcourt. Like, I don't know.
And like Nets can they can throw guys, like they can switch on everything and just like cover everything, like and then like also just get beat by Embiid. Like Embiid will have 40. Like I think we all know that. But like just don't let like Maxey get wide open and Niang like fire off threes.
Yeah.
Like I think the Nets will do a good job of stopping that bleeding. Like I'd expect some lower scoring games maybe in this series, but McCall is gonna get his, Embiid's gonna get his. Give me 6.
I'm with that, Tom. Dan, I know you were about to say something.
I genuinely think they could win the series, like to some degree.
Wow.
Like,
wow.
Obviously, it's going to take Embiid possibly getting hurt, but we've seen Harden.
A crazy thing.
That's again, like heads are laughing. How many times has he gotten hurt in the playoffs? Every year we laugh before, and
every
then,
year, dude. Last year, weren't they like up 3-0 on the Raptors, and then he got hurt, and it was like, all right,
it was a close game 6.
It was, it's like a series now.
Do you guys know how catastrophic it would be if Philly loses in the first round?
Yes, but it's possible.
That would be insane.
I know
it is possible. I agree.
I think there's a possibility.
I don't know. I was
gonna say
Sixers and 4, but like I'll give the Nets.
What do you got, Dan? I mean, sorry, Dan. What do you got though for the series before Nem goes? No, you're good.
I mean, yeah, I think the Nets can win, but I'll just take the Sixers in 7. But I think the Nets can win. 100%.
I'm down. I'm down. Sixers and 7, close series. All right, now my bad.
If the Nets win, I'll give you $100 just for you saying that.
It's on video, Bill. I hope now.
It's a recorded bid now, Bill. But word. All right, yeah, Nem. What were you saying, guy?
I'm leaning like Sixers in a sweep, honestly.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know. I don't think the Nets. Like, I don't think they play good. Like Claxton's too small for Embiid, and their guards are too small for Harden, and Maxey's small too. But he's gonna give it to you. Like, I don't know. I mean, you guys know like the Nets are like under 500 since like the trades, right? Like they kind of did get to the playoffs because of KD and Kyrie giving them 35 wins. Like Dinwiddie's not like Kuzma's not wrong about that. They haven't been like playing well since that trade. Like they kind of crawled their way there. I just don't think it's like their time yet, and I just don't think it's a good enough team. And I think Embiid has a lot to prove. So I think it's gonna be quick. I think 4 or 5, Sixers and 4 or 5.
Dinwiddie needs to do well.
Embiid injury,
like Dinwiddie actually really needs.
Dude, Dinwiddie's
to do well
not that guy though. Like, is anyone really expecting Dinwiddie to like?
But that's what he's got to prove. I think he could be that guy, bro. I really do.
Like, I would like to see Cam Thomas do that, but like,
no, not yet. No, he's ready for that. No, not Seth, dude. Like, I don't want to see a second Seth out there. To be honest, like,
and DFS is a good defender too. Just.
Yeah, they can
he'll make some form of an impact.
I agree, dude. I agree.
I don't know.
I think a lot will be said. Like, what'd you say, Tom?
I don't know if DFS has really anyone to cover in this series.
Harden
shut down Tobias.
Oh, that's the we talked about Toby Harris, and that just shows that that's the Sixers squad. It's like he's a non-factor.
Yeah. I think I was going to say, I think a lot will be said early. Like if the Sixers come out in game 1 and 2 and they win by 15 twice going to Brooklyn, it's over. It's over quick.
Yeah.
But if it's like
they
scrappy
need to
games,
one on the road, dude.
It'll be like game 1, honestly.
If the Nets can steal game 1.
Dude, a couple years ago, D'Lo went in there and stole a game from the
right.
Yeah.
Right.
But they lost in 5.
I
right?
like Mikal Bridges.
It might happen like that again.
It might. Was it like it was 6-3 Brooklyn versus the Sixers that year? I think.
Yeah,
same thing. Yeah. I mean, I think it's really going to come down to like all we're talking about. Embiid really kind of just going off, and if they can't handle him, it'll be over quick. So I like that Nem brought up that side of the coin because I feel like we're all kind of on the other side a little bit more so. But yeah, Sixers and 6 is what I'll go with. Nem Sixers and 4, probably more likely to be honest, but we'll see. Like I think it's a scrappy Nets team, and it's like a team in the Sixers that like would hate to run into a scrappy team to start the playoffs that has nothing to lose. That's what I could see. So I'll say that. All right, let's round up the East with Knicks versus Cleveland. Wow, am I excited for that one.
Dude, I have been just pacing around my room about that one. Talk
Dude.
about coin flip, dude. That I hate that so much. I like both
Dude.
teams so much. Like
I
Yeah.
love both teams. Obviously, love the Knicks. Love Cleveland. Really do. But I'm dead
Can we agree
serious when I
7?
say,
Like no doubt 7.
dude, if the
Either
Knicks
way.
win game 1, this is pretty hot. But if the Knicks win game 1, Knicks in 5. I think. I'm dead serious. Dude, if they steal one in Cleveland to
That's
start
the
the
duality of
series,
Knicks fans.
dude, yeah, yeah, Dan. Straight, I'm probably more confident than I should be. I'll admit, but I'm really confident. I think that I told this to Tom. I would rather be the 5 seed. The Knicks play so good on the all year. They've played better on the road than at home.
Yeah.
Sometimes I feel like this team is like they're the Knicks, so it's like we kind of want them to be like the fighter's chance team, and it's like fun to root for the underdog in that scenario. When they're on the road, they kind of get a little bit more of that. I don't know if they win. That's what I'll say. If they win game 1, Knicks in 5, but they probably won't, and then it will go 7. But so I'll split it in the middle, and I'll say my pick is Knicks in 6. That's my official pick.
All right. I like that. I like that you're riding with the squad. I think, I mean, this is like a coin flip. I think if you look at the teams, the Cavs have a way better roster. Donovan Mitchell, like Jalen Brunson can hang with Donovan Mitchell. Yeah, we all know that. We saw it last year, but like Donovan Mitchell is an unbelievable scorer. Garland is going to dice us up. Mobley can do whatever he wants. Like Mobley could literally take Randall out of the game. I don't know how they'll try and play that and if he's sliding on everything, but he could single-handedly take Randall out of the game. That's our highest score right there.
Yeah.
And then Jared Allen didn't play in the last matchup.
Dude, Jared Allen versus Mitch is a crazy interesting matchup. That's like the same play.
They're very similar. Yeah, very similar. Just lobs and boards. Jalen Brunson got 48 when he was out. I'm seeing like so much like Okoro is going to be like trying to lock down Jalen Brunson. I'm very worried. I think as a Knicks fan, I would have rather played Philly in the first round than the Cavs. I think the Cavs are so deep, and they're like the team that like is clearly on the cusp of being like a perennial contender. They're right there. Like they're one Eastern Conference Finals appearance away from being like in that conversation every year. So that could be this year or it's going to be next year. I don't know. I think like as much as I'd want to take the Knicks, like the Cavs are just a better roster. And I think where the Knicks really excelled against the Cavs this year and against a lot of good teams, like they beat a ton of good teams this year, but it's just because their bench is unbelievable. Josh Hart, Emmanuel Quickly, RJ Barrett, like bench mode when he's out there, and Hartenstein and Obi Toppin, like this team can bring you back anytime. The bench comes in, they're down 12, like the starters will come in down 5. Like they do it almost every single game. And it's just going to be interesting. Like if Bickerstaff is going to let Donovan Mitchell play 44 minutes, Mobley play 44 minutes. And I think they will. Like they know they have to win this first series, and that'll probably be the reality of it. So like I don't know how much like Josh Hart will stay in the game. I don't know how much like Obi Toppin and Hartenstein play this series, but it'll be tough, man. Like ultimately I would say like Cavs in 6. But it should be a good series, and it's definitely going to be. If it goes to 7, I would be exuberant.
Yeah, I'll open the floor, but one thing I want to piggyback off that. I think a big we said Jared Allen versus Mitch. I think foul trouble. Mitch staying out of foul trouble is going to be huge because we're going to need him to be down low like the whole game, covering Mobley, covering Jared Allen, covering those lobs, and like. Garland getting into the paint scares me a lot if Mitch isn't there because he'll be able to help out a lot on those like little floaters and like coming off screens. So that's a big key, I think.
Mitch could have an all-time series, Scully. Like
Mitch could have an all-time series. This is big for him, I think, because he could.
I just wouldn't.
I wouldn't put my eggs
bet
in
on
that
it.
basket.
I wouldn't bet on it.
No, I'm not going to bet on it. I would rather bet on him getting 3 fouls quick, but I think that's going to be huge. Randall getting locked up by Mobley is a huge concern. That's probably my biggest concern because last time we saw Julius Randle in the playoffs, it was kind of hard to watch, to be honest.
It was a nightmare.
It was bad.
I couldn't even watch.
Yeah, it was bad. Him and RJ were literally just brick city for 4 games, 5 games. So that could happen again, and that's fucked.
Shots. They didn't take any open shots. I think like that's the best part about this Knicks team. Like IQ and Grimes and RJ gets so many more open looks than I've ever seen a
Yeah.
Knicks team get. So that'll be cool. Like, can they hit their shots? Like, that's like a little bit of luck,
Yeah.
I guess.
No,
But
but
these games are going
that's
to
my
be
second
unreal.
point. That's
Yeah.
my second point. Like, I think
Nah.
the bench depth has been huge this year in the regular season. How much does that carry over to the playoffs? Like, is this going to be an IQ breakout series? Is it going to be like, I don't know, Josh Hart break? Like, who off the bench is going to do what they did in the regular season in the playoffs? My guess is it's going to be IQ. And if we win, it'll be IQ making a lot of big shots off the bench. And then we said it, RJ hitting literally open shots. That's it. RJ has to hit open threes or we're going to lose probably.
They're going to choose. We got to let the other guys talk, but
yeah,
they're going to elect to leave RJ open, not Grimes. Grimes has been heating up.
Grimes has been so hot. And he's like
50% since the All-Star break.
And that's what he does, dude. He just shoots threes.
Unbelievable. Quickest release.
It's perfect. And they're
gonna rush to him and leave RJ open. That's what's gonna happen.
Okoro is gonna be on Grimes, my guess would be. And he's probably gonna, I don't know, Tom. I don't know about that. But I think because my guess is they don't help off Grimes, like what you're saying. They're just gonna Okoro is literally just gonna stay in Grimes' pocket the entire time, and then on that side, there'll be driving opportunities because they're not gonna help off him. But they will help off RJ, so he needs to hit some shots. I would say he needs to go at least 30% from three in the series, and that's lowballing it. That's lowballing it.
So dirty. Come on,
dude. He was shooting.
Well, he hasn't really been doing it
to start the year, bro.
Yeah,
like he was
hasn't
under
really
20.
been doing it.
Right. So 30 to 35%, and that's not asking for too much. Floor is open though. What do you guys think about the series? Enough of the Knicks fans.
I can go really quickly and let Shane and Dan go. I think Cleveland 6. I give the defensive edge to the Cavs, and I think they just have the best player too in Donovan Mitchell. And I also think there's a kind of like a little motivator for Donovan too, because he wanted to be in the and there's been so much talk. Oh, Danny Ainge was like manipulating them. He thought that like they thought he was bluffing, and then he was a Cleveland Cavalier. Like, but I think maybe like there's like, oh, you didn't think I was worth more than what you were already offering. So I think that's kind of like a motivator for him. And yeah, that's why I think it's going to be Cleveland in 6.
Yeah, D-Mitch is going to drill a huge shot and just.
He's going to have 45 in
no,
game 6.
D-Mitch is going to have like the 45 Garden game. Yeah, we were talking about that earlier.
For sure.
I think
God, that's like automatic.
Yeah, I'm really torn. I don't know. I'm going to go Cleveland in 7, but I think I hate Cleveland's bench. Just Rubio and LeVert, like the Knicks are going to win those minutes when the benches are in.
They have to.
That's going to be huge for them. And
that's a good point.
Like Haddock, I was like poking fun at you and stuff, like when I check in for my annual Knick game, but like, dude, RJ needs to have a series, man. Like he's really got to have a series. Like, like you kind of know what you're getting out of Brunson and Randall. Like I need RJ to just like give me fucking like 18 and just go.
They have to be
4 for 6 from 3.
Shots.
Like,
that's what it is.
They have to be jump shots.
18
He's so
jumpers.
good.
Yeah.
Just Scully, give me 18
good.
on like 45% from the field, dude. Play good defense, like take the load off quickly, Brunson and Randall. Like, and like you guys said, it's gonna be tough, dude. The Cavs have the best defense in the league statistically, but I think it's gonna be a super close and like ugly sort of series. Like the Knicks are good at just kind of like uglying up a game. Like
there are going to be some games that are sweaty, dude. Like really down to the wire.
It's going to be like
grimy.
Yeah. Because it's hard to officiate those kind of games when you have that good of it. Like Brunson, like Jared Allen and Mobley, they're going to lock down the paint. Like, and I'm curious to see like how willing the Knicks are to try and like score in the paint because I mean, like how are like the Knicks perimeter shooting this year?
It's not that good.
It's not that great, right? No, like I feel like if the Cavs can kind of force that kind of game, like outside in, you gotta make shots from the perimeter. Like I don't know if that's the Knicks kind of game, but it's gonna be really close. And I think, it's gonna come down to like the Knicks bench and just the stars showing up. Like
Dan?
Yeah. I mean, RJ he'll get 24 games.
Sorry,
He gets to the foul line, he gets to the rack, he gets in the paint. He's so good in transition. That's not available against the Cavs. Like, can you make?
No,
Can you make
gotta
four
make the
threes?
jumpers. Yeah.
It's literally like as simple as, like you said, 3 of 5 or 4 of 6 from 3. Just give us that, dude. Like, please.
Timely buckets, dude. Just like
Timely little
timely
buckets,
shot making.
like-
Yeah.
Where, because I'm sorry, Dan, I did say you were next, but
No,
Tom,
no,
you
no.
mentioned it.
Yeah, good point.
It's like, yeah, the tough shots or whatever, but if he's open, like catch and shoot, step into it, and it's like a deflating miss, that's just gonna be so killer, dude. Like, I just
Yeah.
I cannot see RJ open and then hitting the bottom of the backboard. Like, I need a little bit of hope there when he puts up his
Confidence.
shots. Just a little bit of something, which Nem, you said it, like, I don't even know if I'm like Brunson, I'm so confident will show up every game. I don't know about Randall for sure, just because of like nightmares of what he did last playoffs. I don't know
That's
for
fair.
sure if I'm like, okay, I know Randall.
Then you guys are in trouble. Then you guys are in trouble.
Then we're in
Like,
trouble. No, then we're in big like 5-game gentleman's
Need
sweep trouble,
Randall,
which
dude.
could happen. It
Yeah.
could happen, dude. It really
Yeah.
could.
I mean, you might have the depoy on him, so we'll see.
Right. Might have the depoy on him, and Randall makes a living off making a couple awkward, like weird angle, tough shots. If he misses all of those, it's going to be a long, it's going to be a short series for the Knicks.
Yeah.
So, yeah. But Dan, I'll let you, Tom, do you have anything else you want to say before Dan gives his final points here? Dan, lead us away. What do you got?
I mean, I don't have, you covered most of it. You covered all the outcomes. I mean, like, if the Knicks are actually going to score on the perimeter and hang, it'll probably go 6, 7. I don't know if they can win in 5, Scully, but
That first game, dude,
I think it's way more. I think it's way more likely the Cavs 5 than the Knicks.
Yes,
Like,
I'll give you that. That's fine.
And I'll go with Billy and go Cavs in 6.
Word.
So
yes.
Word.
Knicks can
Cavs in 6 for
totally-
Dan.
Yeah.
I
Knicks
think
can
What
win,
did you
but-
have, Haddock? What did you have? Cavs in 6?
Yeah, but I
Oh, you
like. I
did? Okay.
guess I liked hearing you guys' points. I might.
7,
Yes,
baby.
7, but
Come on the
I think
7
I have
train.
to-
Yeah.
Yeah, I like 7. I think I have to take the Cavs though. I don't know. It's
It's
gonna be
very hard
I
to
will
pick
say,
the Knicks, just like naturally. Knowing that Cavs team now, like D Mitch, like honestly, I don't know. He could like
He could. I just
they
think
can
they're
really
a
make
year.
noise.
No, he can make
Yeah.
noise for sure. I think what Tom said is where I stand. They're a year, like this Cavs team is a year away from being perennial top 3 in the East, like looking for the finals every year. 1 year away. I think in that sense, the Knicks got a little lucky. Like they still are a new quote unquote Cavs team. I don't know if they're ready yet. So the Knicks might have got them at like the last time you're going to be able to catch the Cavs early in the playoffs.
That's a good
it's
point.
just the Knicks difference maker is the bench, and like in the playoffs, that's always a little bit diminished.
Right. Exactly.
Rotations
starters
are
are better.
shorter. Like, yeah,
Yep.
like
Yeah,
you're playing your
like-
starters more. Yeah.
Yep.
So we said that it might not even be that much of an advantage. Maybe who knows?
And you mentioned Scully mentioned Rubio before. I like have nightmares. You know, he went 9. He hit 9 threes in the Garden once.
He did.
Get on the Knicks like
9?
yeah.
all I'm
he
saying is
cooked us,
don't
yo.
sleep on Karis LeVert, bro.
Oh
He has
yeah,
big-
Levert
I'm
too.
sleeping, dude. I'm
That
was-
dead
that
asleep.
was-
Have you seen him
that was
this
my
year? He's
sixth-man pick.
terrible.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
That was my 6-man pick.
He's such a ball stopper, bro. He gets the ball and
Oh.
it's just like Levert versus the world, bro.
Yeah, he's always been like that.
He's terrible,
Bird
dude.
versus the world. That's great.
Literally.
No, but when he has it cooking, bro, he has it cooking, bro. I've seen it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's a fire. He can be a fire starter.
He's a
for sure.
microwave.
But
I
just
will
like
say,
as a whole.
All right,
like,
last thing on the Knicks, Tom. Then we'll get to the West.
no, I'm kind of I don't know how we're gonna do the next round, but if the Knicks were to win this series, there's only one team that they are completely unmatched, and that's the Bucks, dude. They would maybe sweep this Knicks team. They are not built to beat the Knicks because, like, it's not like you're thinking of the Knicks when you're building around Giannis, but just the way they played, the Knicks were not even in. They played 12 quarters this year, and the Knicks, I think, won maybe one of them. Like they completely
they
shut
should have
down. I
won.
think
Oh,
the
I didn't
Cavs-
mean to.
no,
Your
they
take
weren't-
is
they weren't-
valid, but they should have won one game.
No, they weren't competitive. They weren't competitive.
That's cap. They should have won, dude. They blew a 20-point lead against the Bucks in the Garden. Your point is still valid, though. No one matches up well with the Bucks. I hear you.
They lost that game by like double digits. I don't know, but I just think the Cavs do. I think the Cavs have guys you can throw at Giannis, and like they have a little bit more reinforcements in the paint, and then they have a guy that can just go with any offense. Like when you have that balance, which is why we're saying like the Cavs next year could be our pick to win the East. I don't know. Yeah. Should be an incredible series. I'm trying to make moves. Maybe I could get to game 3. Like, couldn't imagine if that could be the case. But you know, those tickets you got to take out a second mortgage.
Yeah.
So we'll see.
Yeah. Yep. All right. That was a good, well-rounded Knicks discussion. I think bottom line, we're looking at a great series. Probably that or the Golden State series is probably the two. Even the Phoenix one though too.
That's my
series to look up. Yeah, that's maybe the one. Let's get into it then. Let's get into the West. So Denver, I think we're all good. They're gonna win. Memphis, LA. I don't even know. I'll open the floor. What do we think about this one?
I'm more torn on this one. Bill?
Yeah. No, Bill was all over the Lakers, so
it's gonna be Lakers, bro. I promise you it's gonna be Lakers. I don't think there's a person on the Memphis that can stop LeBron. And LeBron's hungry, bro. That's all I gotta say. Like that's all I need to say.
Lakers and how many then?
Memphis isn't ready yet, yo. I'm telling you, Memphis, all this jaw talk and Dylan Brooks.
Memphis is about to not be ever ready, low key.
I don't think that's the reason. If the Lakers win, it's not because Memphis isn't ready. It's because they're missing their 2 tallest players.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know. The Lakers have literally zero answer. You can sit here all night and try and figure it. They have zero answer for Ja. He is going to run into the paint every single possession.
I'm just gonna quickly say I have Grizz in 5.
Wow. In 5? Okay,
Yep.
Dan.
LeBron 1 game, bro. That's wild.
Billy, what do you have? Lakers in what?
Oh, Lakers in 6.
Respectable. Okay. Grizzlies in 5, Dan. Okay. Keep it quick, or do you want to expand on that?
I mean, like Tom was saying, please tell me who's guarding Ja. Schroeder?
Reeves?
Who's guarding LeBron?
Dylan Brooks.
They have got
they got better matchups for LeBron though. That Billy.
Brooks.
Yeah, Billy. Memphis has better matchups for LeBron than the Lakers do for Ja.
Brooks is not a bad defender.
Unquestionably.
Ja is going to do whatever he wants. 40, he'll average 40. You can stamp that. Dude.
What about Vanderbilt? He's pretty good on defense, right? That's why they got him.
Playing the fourth
guarding
quarter.
Ja.
I don't know if he's guarding Ja, dude.
He's too big for that.
Schroeder is probably going to be running around like a madman on Ja.
Those 3 guys, by the way.
They're gonna have to switch that, bro.
They might not even be able to play D'Lo in that series because he's such a zero on defense.
Yeah, he can't play D.
Oh my god, it'd be a 5-on-4 the whole game.
Yeah, dude.
Like
those 3 guys they traded for played like a combined 3 minutes in the fourth quarter in overtime.
Dude, Rui. Dude, that like closing Lakers lineup last night was crazy. They benched D'Lo and Vandy, and they had Rui in there. Who wasn't even playing at the end of the season. He was getting like DNP, like coaches' decisions. Like
Deep State Lakers Twitter is Rui is the guy. Like
I agree with that though. I think Rui's better than the other guys.
You like him in a closing lineup over like Vandy? And
I don't love it, but like if I'm picking him or Jared Vanderbilt, I like it.
He's got my 6. Rui's got my 6-man vote, dude.
Yeah. Okay.
I have Grizzlies in 6. I don't know. Did you guys like what you saw from the Lakers last night? I didn't. Like, what about last night made you like feel reassured about this Laker team? They were down the whole game. They came back, but because number one, the free throw differential was just sketchy. I mean, like, come on. Cat like stupid fouls. Cat commits stupid fouls. Like, I don't think like the litmus test for this Lakers team should be like last night against that like battered and broken T-Wolves team. Like, I think, dude, JJJ and AD, that's huge. Like, JJJ has to like stay out of foul trouble and guard Anthony Davis to the best of his ability. Like, he might be decoy. Like, huge series for him. And I don't know. The Grizzlies have home court. They're a tough team. They're a good defensive team. Like you said, Ja has the mismatch that whole series. I'm going Grizzlies in 6. Like, I I don't know. I like the Lakers have played well after the trade deadline and stuff, but man, I don't know. I think we're kind of sleeping on the Grizzlies, dude. Like they're kind of getting disrespected. Like second,
Well,
They're
second.
just like they've been on cruise control for a long time.
And then the Joss stuff happened, and it's just like that.
Yeah.
That's and they do have the injuries. I get that, but would it be
That's like
crazy to
that's
say
the
like
only
the
real
whole
concern.
series? I think the whole series is contingent on can JJJ stay in the game because they don't even have another center, and AD's just gonna run amok, right? Like
That's
they
the
literally
thing,
don't have
yeah.
another center on
They
the
don't
roster.
have another center, dude.
Like
They
Triple
don't have
J
another center.
has to stay in the game and can't foul out.
Yep.
That's it.
That's it. And I'll even go off your point. Like I going into last night before the game started, I was like, yeah, Lakers maybe in 6. Now, like after watching that, I don't know if I can pick this team, dude. I would probably lean Grizzlies in 7. I
Dude,
don't.
I was just about to say there's one thing you can't do. You can pick literally Grizzlies in 4, 5,
Can't
6,
pick
Lakers in
LeBron
4.
losing a game 7.
LeBron losing
Never
in
not
7.
gonna happen.
Never will. Never
On the
done it.
road,
Never
though,
will,
on
dude.
the
If it
road.
gets to 7, I can't wait. I would say Lakers in 7.
The end, dude.
Lakers in
Scott
7.
Foster will be in that series, dude. They want Lakers Warriors so badly.
Yeah.
Like that cannot be
Yeah.
understated. Like
Yeah.
So it's tough,
Anyway.
like watching like the plan. Like the Lakers clearly got calls, like they went their way, but also
clearly,
like Towns literally has some of the worst fouls I've ever seen. I'm like, dude,
he was like
like
begging to foul out, dude.
Yeah,
Begging.
it was
So-
crazy. And the step backs. Towns is like, oh, dude. The late
Oh,
game,
no,
the late game
The
T-Wolves are
T-Wolves
maybe
in
the
general.
worst. Just the
I
saw the-
worst, dude. The worst.
I saw the
Chris
craziest-
Finch had a coach. They didn't run a legit offensive set the entire
for
fourth quarter.
5 minutes
No,
at the
It
end,
was
dude.
disgusting.
in the last 7 minutes, they took one shot within 3 feet of the rim.
Insane, dude.
That's
Cat
terrible.
just hanging out at the 3-point line, like
Cat was
dude.
coming off screens for threes, dude. Like it was, yeah,
Anthony
was bad.
Edwards was terrible.
terrible.
So
Yeah,
bad.
terrible.
Terrible.
That was
The
just a
worst-
bad look.
Dude, he
The
looked like a
worst game of
rookie,
his
bro.
life.
He was so
Yeah.
worst game of his life, Dan.
Worst game.
If he
yeah.
made 3 more shots, the Wolves win that game.
would've
He
won,
could not
dude.
Easily.
buy a
Easily.
bucket, dude.
That was
Yeah.
just
So
tough.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
A lot of that, I think
yeah,
I said
like-
it yesterday. I think a lot
are
of
we
that is
all
on
Grizzlies
Finch.
except Billy?
Nah,
No,
you know what?
I said-
I'm gonna
it's all
stick.
bad.
I'm
I said
gonna stick
Lakers
with
in
my
7.
gut though. I'm gonna go Lakers in
Lake-
7. I'm gonna go
Lakers
Lakers
in
in
7.
7. I'm gonna
Oh,
go
Wow,
Lakers in 7.
Billy
really?
and
All
Bill.
right, Dan, we're
Lakers
on
in
an
7.
island, baby.
Bro,
Let's
I
go.
What did you
promise
end
you-
up? What did you end up picking?
Grizz in 6.
That. Wow.
Yeah. Nah, because you guys make a good point. If it goes 7, I don't know if the Lakers lose that.
This is
I'll
this is the
I'll say
biggest
Lakers
coin.
in
This is
7.
the biggest coin flip for me. Like I really can't. I can't decide. There's too many question marks. Like are Brown and AD just gonna play
For
all
both
like
teams, bro.
For both
so many
teams,
question
dude.
marks? So I don't know. This is definitely
It's gonna be
Right.
fun. It's gonna be
Oh,
a really
yeah.
good series.
Another fun
Oh my
series,
God.
dude, for sure.
And like you said, Dan, Scott Foster's gonna make himself known.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Game's
The
about him,
extender.
Dan.
Right.
Game's about him.
It's about Scott, dude.
yeah.
That's so terrible, dude.
Scott
Alright.
literally has he has a hotel booked for Game 6 in LA already.
Oh yeah, dude. Yep. He's got a hotel booked for Warriors Lakers, dude, already. But all right, let's get to the Warriors then. Warriors Kings. A lot of talk about this series amongst the pod. I am very confidently going to take Warriors in 6. Kings ran into the wrong team here. Sorry. Great year. Love Sacktown. Bad matchup, dude. Just not the team that I think you want to see for your first playoff series in 20 years. You're literally about to play the defending champions and the most dynastic team in the last 10. Sorry, dude. Yeah, Warriors in 6. Leave the floor. I'll open the floor from there, but that's my pick, and I'm pretty confident in it.
It's so tough, bro, because the more I think about it, the more I like the Kings, bro, because it's really going to come down to Sabonis and Draymond. If Draymond can stop Sabonis, then I'll give the edge to the Warriors. But if Sabonis is cooking him down there, then I'll take the Kings because I like Fox over all their guards, to be honest. So
Yeah.
I really do think it comes down
You
to
like Fox more than Stephen Curry?
yeah, I do. I do this currently right now.
I think it's going to be harder for the Warriors to defend Fox than the other way around. for
Yeah,
sure.
exactly. Yeah.
I have the Kings in 7, and
Yep.
it's going to be a really good series, and I think Billy is 100% right. Like, Draymond has to be Draymond this series. Like, he needs to ugly up those games. Like, the Kings are finesse, gonna run you up and down the court 92 feet. Like, they're gonna put up a bunch of points. If Draymond can take Sabonis out of his game, like, that is so huge for them. But I don't know, dude. The facts are the Warriors have been like a slightly above average team, an average team the entire year. They're the worst team on the road in the league, and the Kings have home court advantage. They haven't played good defense all year, if anyone hasn't noticed. Like, they're not that team defensively anymore. And the Kings have the best offense in NBA history as it stands right now. So, like, I get the experience sort of mismatch and stuff like that, but I don't know, man. I think the Kings are here, and I think the team is really good. And I think, I mean, like, I know like these series come down to defense, but do you think like the Warriors have that good of a defense to stop the Kings? Like, what if they just both don't play any defense? Then I
Dude,
like the Kings more because their offense is better.
The Warriors were awful on the road this year, bro. Like I
They
don't
have the worst. They were
Worst.
10-30 on the
I
road,
agree
bro.
with you. They're
10
not
and
as good
30.
defensively, and I think like Charles Barkley said this last night. They think they can just like turn a switch and be like, "Yeah, we're gonna play defense now."
Dude, you
Let's do it.
haven't had to switch the whole year, bro.
Yeah, like it's crazy.
Game
Like,
season's over. Like, you're gonna turn it up on game one of the playoffs. Like, that team has
100%.
been kind of a mess the whole year, dude. And I know they had injuries and stuff, and like Wiggins and Curry, but Poole has taken a huge step back. That contract looks terrible now.
It's bad.
A complete liability on defense. Wiggins, I don't know, dude. Like, Wiggins hasn't played in low key a month. Like, how is he gonna look? You know?
Yeah.
Steph and Clay are back. That's for sure. Clay's back. Like, I'm pretty confident about those two. But I mean, you could make the argument that Sabonis and Fox are the best 1-2 punch in the league right now. Like,
Yeah.
Mike Brown's a good coach. Is it going to come down to
Yeah, he's a good
coaching?
coach.
Mike Brown's a good coach. He's going to win Coach of the Year.
Revenge
Like,
game. Revenge game. He
Revenge
coached
game.
on
There's a
I
narrative
like
there.
the Kings, Malik Monk. I like their bench too, bro.
Good
Carter,
Didn't,
Malik Monk, like,
didn't Mike Brown coach most of the KD run? Like, remember when Steve Kerr was hurt?
yeah,
Like his back.
yeah.
Mike Brown like 15-0 to
Dude, Mike
start or
Brown's been
something.
around the block, dude. He was on the. Didn't he take that Cavs team to the finals that one year? When, yeah, dude, he's been around the block, bro.
He's a really good coach. I think one thing I will say is I would probably expect like blowouts in this, like either way. Kind of like
Yeah.
2016 finals. Like I could see the Kings just beating the crap out of the Warriors. Like they just can't shoot one night. Steph 3 of 12.
Remember that
Like,
Grizzlies
by
series last
25.
year when they
Say
won
that,
by
man,
like
yeah.
40 or whatever?
Could be like that.
Yeah.
That's just kind of how the Warriors play. It's like refreshing in a way because like I don't know, like whatever game they lose, it's never going to be like, oh, we're done, or like we'll just come back next game and
Steph
hit
will
10
have
more
his
points.
legacy game, dude. Like,
So I don't know. I would definitely lean 7 here, but I don't know. It's going to be hard to pick against the Warriors. Like it's always like one team, like the Knicks were 2 years ago. There's one team in the playoffs that's like way too high of a seed, and everyone just prays on them. I feel like they do lose like a lot. Like I don't know. And the Kings are just that team this year. And it's not to say they're not going to be back next year, but I don't know. I think defense and like pace be dramatically different this time around as opposed to the regular season. I would say probably Warriors in a very close series, but maybe some blowouts. Probably Warriors in 7.
Dan, I think you're
The league wants it, dude. The league wants it. Warriors in 7, Lakers.
they
in
want
7.
it, dude. It's
They
gonna
want
be
it.
there are gonna be some like external factors at play that are just like puppeteering shit. So yeah, I mean, my thing with really quickly before Dan, my thing with the Warriors in 7 is I think I forgot what series we were talking about, but I feel like they would more likely win it in 5 or 6 because the Kings have home court and the Warriors suck on the road. Like, I don't know, are the Warriors gonna go in there? Dude, that sack crowd
Yeah.
is gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Yo,
Timeout,
Tom, I think you're echoing
Billy,
a little
what's
bit.
up?
No, your mic is crazy, bro.
Bye.
Okay, I literally didn't hear a word Shane said. So
It was
Oh,
echoing.
damn.
It was definitely echoing. But
Did I get anything in? I was making my Kings
No,
points.
I heard.
No, you got it. You got it.
I heard it. I heard the Kings
Yeah,
points.
Dan, go ahead. Lead us to the promised land. What do you got?
I mean, I have Kings, but I definitely think, again, if the Warriors are just gonna play no defense against the best offense in history, I would not fit in. It's definitely a hard pick, but I'd maybe say Kings in 6. And we look at this team and we're like, yeah, totally could see that.
Yeah.
So,
I think
Kings
a
in
lot of
6.
people might reflect on this series after and be like, why were we so down on the Kings? Like the proof is in the pudding the entire year. Like I really do feel like they're getting disrespected here, like by a lot of
big
people.
time.
But
I mean,
the
minus
Warriors
200
are.
is nuts. I as
That's
someone
so-
who's picking the Warriors,
that
that's
is
There's
crazy.
a 3 seed and the Warriors are the
Yeah,
6
that's crazy.
seed. Like
that's gonna make me not want to bet
minus
on the Warriors, to be
240?
honest. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's like a
But
1-8 or a 1-2-7.
yeah, literally,
like
that's like a
matchup odds.
2-7. But yeah,
I just
I
think-
mean, I hear you guys out on this on the Sacktown arguments. My bad, Tom. Just real quick.
Yeah,
Listen,
go ahead.
if Sacramento were to have gotten the 2 seed and play the Lakers, I probably would have taken Sacramento in 6 or even 5, because I think that's a really bad matchup for the Lakers. But in the same breath, I just think Sacramento ran into the wrong team here for this run they're on. And I don't think this will be the last we see of them. And if they win that series in the same breath, again, I think they could probably make a run. I don't see it. So I'll stick with Warriors in 6, but your guys' points are valid. And I think, Tom, I really echo what you say. I think there are going to be some blowouts, and there are going to be, like, for example, the Kings could easily win game 1 by like 30.
25.
And we're like, all right, wow, Kings maybe in 4, and then the Warriors still end up winning in 6. That's not out of the question either. But yeah, the fact is the Warriors suck on the road, but all they have to do is win 2 games, and then they can win the series in 6. So I don't know. I just don't think it's that crazy. Final thing I'll say though, sorry, Tom. If the Warriors do win this series, they're going to get smacked by anyone else left who they would play. I guess it might be either Lakers or
Lakers or Grizzlies.
Yeah, I
wiping
would
the
pick the
Lakers.
Warriors to lose both those series. Yeah,
I think that no shot.
you would have the
No, I
Warriors
don't
to
like
win.
that.
I'd have the Warriors beating the Lakers.
Yeah, me too. I
don't
would
know
have
if
the
I would,
Grizzlies
dude.
beating the Warriors though.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What's the oh dude, Clips Suns?
Yeah.
Whew.
Last one.
Suns.
All right, wait.
Probably-
Dan, what was your pick? Was it Kings and what are the picks
I
again?
went
Billy?
6. I
Are
went
us
6.
3 Kings?
Yeah, I went King. I'm gonna go Kings in 6, bro.
Kings and 7. Dan,
Warriors in
7,
6.
6. And then you two are
Yeah,
Warriors
Warriors
in
in
6.
6. Are you in 7, Tom?
6. Yeah,
Warriors in
that'll
6.
be. I have to dock them because if that goes to 7 and
They're not gonna
down,
win on the
that's
road.
tough. I do want to say the
Scott Foster legacy.
last thing I'll say. I think the Kings just have a few guys that could shoot them out of the game. Like Malik Monk is great. Like I love Malik Monk. He'll have games where he doesn't hit a 3 in the 4th quarter. I just think like
they need him badly.
So, and then like Harrison Barnes is like, I think he gets too many minutes still. Like Trey Lyles is fine. Keegan Murray could just be like a rookie. I don't know. Like there's a lot of questions, but should be good. Like I will say I think even though I say Warriors in 6, I would put money on the Kings winning by a good deal in game 1. Just coming out completely electrified, gonna win by 10 at least.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm down. This is an interesting series, so it was worth the long talk. But I think the biggest thing for the Kings case, if I were to make it, is that Sabonis argument. He could really just cook Draymond. And if he does that, they'll win easily. All right, though. Let's get into what I think is the best series. Phoenix versus the Clippers. Now, obviously, KD is barely ingratiated into the offense for the Suns. Is that going to matter? Up for debate. I'm of the belief that it probably will, dude. I mean, it's hard for me to say the Suns are going to win the finals, right? Because that would literally be a historical thing. Like for the best player to join a team this late, barely play any games, essentially join for the playoffs, and then they win the finals. That would be a crazy narrative. So I'm not one to bet on something that's unlikely or something that like hasn't happened before. But in this series, damn them, our Clippers, huh? I'll go Suns in 7, and I don't even love it. I think the Clippers could steal this. I'll go Suns in 7 though. What do you guys think?
I like the Clippers, bro. I think I'm gonna
Damn,
go with
Billy.
the
Fuck.
Clippers instead.
You guys know that PG is out,
No,
right?
yeah, I do know. PJ's not playing, and I still like the Clippers, bro. Listen, I've seen KD have top heavy teams, bro.
I
It
like
doesn't
it.
the playoffs. And if I'm the Clippers, bro, I'm watching the Celtics series last year because they played great defense on KD, like defense he's never seen before. That's how well they played against him. And they
Billy,
need
the
to
Celtics had the best defense in the league
Dude,
last year,
the
though.
Clippers can be just as physical as the Celtics were last year. I'm telling you. So the
Do
recipe
they
is
have the guys to throw at KD like the Celtics
yes,
did?
they do. First of all,
Who?
the roster has. I give the edge to the Clippers easily, easily. If you're taking away
Wow.
KD and Booker, I would give. There's the next like couple players would definitely be Clipper players. Like, come on, like that's ridiculous.
You're taking away KD and Booker.
Yeah, but I'm saying like the next couple players, like after that, it would be all Clipper players. Like so, the recipe.
I don't know. With CP and Aiton?
Yes. I would. Would you
Kawhi
rather
is in there, but
Would
what
you rather have
player on the
Zubac or
Clippers
Ayton?
are
Would
you
you rather have Zubac or Ayton?
Aiton?
Aiton slightly. I think there's an argument though, definitely.
Wait,
Damn,
Billy, out
okay.
of Booker, KD, Aiton, and CP3, who are you taking on the Clippers over those guys? Kawhi is one, but other than that, their
Kawhi?
next best player is like Russ or Norman Powell.
Dude, no one else, Billy.
No
I
one
would
else. I think
dude, I
the
don't
Suns
know.
have the best 4
I can
players out of
maybe give you
5.
the
Top 4
Zubats
players out of
argument
5.
plus
And
Plumlee.
get out of here.
Bledsoe, maybe? Or I'm sorry,
Seriously,
Gordon? Not
okay.
Bledsoe, Eric Gordon.
But my point was, so the recipe is gonna have to be
But
have to get 30, and so is Devin Booker probably every single night.
They
And
run it.
they could probably do that. They could probably do that. But in a 7-game series against the Clippers, I don't know because I think the Clippers can just be just as physical and just as good on defense as the Celtics were against KD last year. And if I'm them, I'm watching that film and I'm going to study everything they were doing, and that's all I'm going to say about it.
I'm down. I think this is an interesting matchup in this regard. Like I see both of these teams as like the Clippers more so just because of the vibe they've always given off. The Suns because of the situation they're in with KD just getting into it. Both of these teams could just like lay an egg, dude. Like game 2, just don't show up. Clippers lose by 30. Suns, same thing. Like CP's just ass and they're not up to speed for the game. So I could see a lot of that in this series. And based on that, I think each team will have like a throwaway game where they just suck. And they'll have enough of those back and forth to get it to 7. But the Suns probably take it out. If PG was playing, though, I probably would pick the Clippers. As you said.
Here, I
would
think
100%.
I agree with that. I would take the Clippers too if PG was playing, but he's not. So, like, my big thing is Kawhi is probably one of the best playoff performers in NBA history in the playoffs, right? We can all agree on that. Like, this dude is just legendary in the playoffs. Like, my thing with the Clippers is I just don't think they have enough shot making to hang with Phoenix all series. I don't. Like their next best scorer is Norman Powell, who's the 6th man. Like, and Russ, like, God knows what you're gonna get out of Russ in that series, right? Like, complete wild card. I just think it's gonna be really hard. Like, I hate the Suns' depth. Their bench sucks. That's for sure. But like, I don't know how much of that is gonna matter in this series. I really don't, because the Phoenix starting 5 is so good, and they're gonna have a 6-man rotation, dude. 7 at most. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
campaign.
Whereas the Clippers are gonna have like an 11 or 12.
It's gonna be
rotation.
Campaign, and then like if Aiton's in foul trouble, one of the backup. Like, I just don't see how they can keep up with the Suns, and I would go Suns in 6, I guess, if I'm being generous. 5.
Okay. All right. So
I'll go
just
6
to
just because I
recap.
respect Kawhi.
Okay. Suns in 6 for Nem. Billy, you had Clippers in 7.
Yeah, I think that's what I said. Yeah.
All right. Suns in 7 for me. Tom, what do you got, Guy?
Suns in 5.
Okay.
So I gotta say, first of all, I mean, this is outside of this series specifically, but can we just go into one playoff where the Clippers don't have a gigantic question mark? First, we had the bubble,
Or
and they
when one
lost
of the two just isn't playing, can
the
they
bubble,
both play in a playoff
and
series?
they
Like,
played like the Jazz in the Western Conference Finals, or the Suns, whatever it was that year, and Kawhi had just torn his ACL, but like it wasn't reported, so like people are like, oh, he might come back for the later in the series. He was actually out the entire next playoff series, and then now this year it's PG. Like that is terrible
we
injury
get
luck.
one
Year
year.
4, I just don't like the supporting cast. Kawhi, if the Clippers win, then Kawhi needs to just, I don't know. It's going to be like an unbelievable run just for this series alone. I don't trust the other guys in this team. Bill, you mentioned like, can Booker and KD get their 30 every night? That's like the only non-question mark. They are getting 30 every night.
Yeah,
It's can Chris Paul hit the open 3 or the transition 3? Can Okogie step up and grab like 18 points? Can Ayton stay physical in the paint versus Zubats? Like I
Maybe
like Suns in
Terrence
5,
Ross has
honestly.
like a big game in there.
Yeah.
I think the bench is going to be like a serious concern later in the playoffs after there's some fatigue, like after these guys have played 3 times a week. If they like, I mean, right now, like they're my finals pick, but if they get to the finals and they have to play the Bucks or the Celtics, that could be like a wrap after game 1. Like they're going to be so done by then. So like the bench is obviously concerned, but I would not say it's going to be too big of an issue in this first series.
All right, Dan, wrap us up on Phoenix versus the Clippers.
I'm gonna go Suns in 7. Definitely
7.
I think it's just like the Suns like look great on paper because obviously, like you said, you got CP3, D-Book, KD, and I guess Ayton. I don't think as highly of Ayton as everyone
the 4th
else
guy.
does. No, as a 4th guy on the Suns. I'm just saying in general as like a really great, as a top tier center. I don't think he is.
No,
he's low-key like Baby Sharman.
Offensive, I think he's a top 3 or 4 offensive center.
Offensive,
that's
I'll hear
the one
you, but he does
matchup.
not play D, dog. Like, especially compared to a lot of other centers out there that are of his stature.
Like, to Billy's point, bringing up Zubats again, but the fact that they have Plumlee too. So they're going to get 20, 25 minutes from both of them. And it's not like they're going to be, tired. Like, they're running out there. Same thing with Norm Powell. Like, they're going to have fresh. We talked about the Suns bench.
What about Eric Gordon, bro?
Yeah, I said that, Billy. I mean, the Clippers bench is better, but it's the matter of like how much better does it have to be for them to win. Yeah, like come on.
I do think after this series, I think I have the Suns in 7. I think if they win, like grinding halt next round, whoever they play. Like I definitely think the fatigue aspect. I don't know who said that, but definitely like.
Yeah. Honestly, I think we've been going at it for a minute, boys. So I want to use that as a segue into like just who we think is going to win the finals. Unless you guys want to do the ladder of each series from here, I think that might be.
Yeah, it would take too long because we picked
different. We could do like
different.
we should maybe say our finals, but we could do like another pod before the second round.
All right. Well,
we'll the second round, like pick our second round.
Yeah. I'm down to just say our finals picks then, and we could close it up. So with that, shout out to Segue, Dan. In the next round, I do think Phoenix runs into Denver and gets smacked. I think it might be Denver, like they're the 1 seed, so it's like dumb to say this, but I think it is their year. I think they do take advantage of a bit of a wide open West. And I think they make the finals and they probably play the other 1 seed. I mean, that's like, I really don't have much else to say. Like both 1 seeds, I think, I don't even know if they struggle that much. I do want to see Milwaukee versus Boston again. And that needs to be the ECF this year. Last year, the fact that it was the semis was a crime. Those were the 2 best teams in the East. So I want to see Bucks, Celtics in the ECF. Winner of that, I think, wins the finals against Denver. And I'll leave it at that. I'll probably say, if I have to make the pick, Bucks over the Nuggets. wouldn't be surprised if it's Celtics over Nuggets too. Unfortunately, I don't see Denver beating either of those teams though. So yeah, I'll go Bucks over Nuggets in the finals. Contingency Celtics over Nuggets.
I like that, Scully. I would have the Nuggets beating the Nuggets beating the Suns in the next round too. My Western Conference Finals is Nuggets Kings, and I have the Kings winning that, and then Celtics making the finals, Bucks Celtics ECF, and then Celtics beating the Kings in the finals. Yeah.
Wow. You're riding Sacktown to the finals. Okay.
Dude, if you can make the West is wide open argument for Denver, why can't you make it for Sac?
You can probably make the argument. I'm not going to lie. I think you can make the argument for every single team, maybe except for me, Memphis doesn't do it, but every other team I could see it. The Clippers without PG, I guess.
And I think the Nuggets are getting a lot of disrespect too. I really do.
They are,
100%.
Right in line with the Kings, dude. So that's my WCF, and then I have the Kings winning that, and then Celtics over Kings in the finals. I don't know how many games, but that's my finals.
Yeah. No, I'm down. I think the Nuggets are getting hella disrespected. Dude, Murray's been like kind of back, and even MPJ is like quietly had a good year.
Aaron Gordon is so good.
Gordon is playing that role perfect. Yeah.
KCP,
they have
Bones is gonna. Oh no, Bones isn't on the team anymore. Who's on that team?
Bones on the
Reggie
Jackson.
I'm so good there.
Denver has like wholeheartedly earned the 1 seed, yo. Like they've had a phenomenal year. So I just don't want to take that away from them. I do think they're the best team in the West. I think they roll to the finals. I think that that's what I'll say. I think they roll a bit to the finals. Like I don't know if they get tested too hard by Phoenix, which would be where I think the test would be. I think they win that in 6 or maybe 7. But other than that, I think they roll to the finals and then unfortunately get rolled. But yeah, I'm down now.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
Yeah.
Same boat as you.
Celtics?
Oh, no. Sorry. I was talking about Scully.
Damn, you got my hopes up.
Sorry. No, I got my.
Dan, what do you got?
I literally think I picked this from the get-go.
You
Bucks
did.
Nuggets.
You did.
And I have the Bucks like wiping the Nuggets, but definitely could see the Kings. I love that call, Nem. I think I'll probably have them in the bracket.
Who would be your WCF then?
I think it would be Kings Nuggets. I think that makes sense. If not, I think Warriors maybe. If it's not the Kings on that,
so it comes out of that. It comes out of that.
Comes out of that game. Yeah, exactly.
Word. Down.
I think Billy, you had it.
Or Billy, Billy, you were ready. Go ahead, Bill. What do you got?
Dude, I will literally cum my pants if LeBron makes the finals again. But
again, being recorded, mind you.
Let's go. If like you guys make a good point though. I think realistically it might be the Kings and the Nuggets, but I don't think either of those teams can beat the Bucks. So I would give the edge more to the Nuggets, I guess. So I would go Nuggets Bucks, then the Bucks winning, and maybe like 6.
Yeah, I'm on that boat.
I like how no one's picked Phoenix so far. Haddock's gonna
dude. I can't do it now. I'm not willing to say history is going to be made this year in that regard. Where KD's, I'm out.
Phoenix.
History will be made if the Kings win a playoff game.
I want to ask this. This is like super hypothetical, I guess. Maybe it won't be the best question, but do you guys think it's more likely that Phoenix were to lose to the Clippers or win the finals all outright? I would probably say lose to the Clippers.
Yep, 100%.
I don't think. Yeah. What? That's crazy. That's an easy answer.
Word.
And win the finals.
I mean, the roster. I feel like we could go out. We could come out of this Clippers series if the Suns win in 4, and we'll be like, yeah, they're gonna walk to the finals.
That's true too. Yeah. No,
but I just don't think they will.
Oh. No, I think that was a crazy hypothetical. But that said, I think T-Wolves Knicks. No, I'm just kidding. Give me the Suns, but the West is such a toss-up. I think I would have really loved if the T-Wolves weren't hurt and the Grizzlies weren't hurt, because I think the West is so open, and I was ready to pick a young team to fly up there.
I would have the T-Wolves.
Those were the guys, those were the teams I liked. I loved the Pelicans early on, but I just can't buy into any of them. And if I'm gonna bet on like all these teams have huge question marks, I'll just take the one with the best player in the West and maybe the second best scorer. So give me the Suns, even though I'm like worried about their bench. I think that won't affect them early. I think they can get past the Clippers. I think they can outshoot the Nuggets, and then I think I guess my Western Conference Finals, I'd probably say like the Warriors, which is crazy enough to even say. But ultimately, like I'm locked in. I'm running it back. This is the best team. They have the two best players. The Celtics are going to win the finals.
Go.
Yeah.
I thought I was on an island with the Celtics. Let's go.
Nah, the Celtics are going to win the finals. I think
Celtics
the
are
Cavs.
fucking. This is the year, bro. We're out to Boston for the parade, dude.
The Cavs would match up better with the Celtics than they would the Bucks. The
I
Bucks
straight
don't
up
beat the
fly to
Cavs.
Boston. No,
Go for it.
bullshit.
We're
That
out.
would,
I think the Celtics will be able to contain Giannis. I think they've you get like tunnel
They've seen
vision
him, dude.
when
They've
you're
seen
a
him.
contender. You get tunnel vision. Like they had it with LeBron for all those years, and now they have it with Giannis.
Yeah.
And I think they'll get there. Is like Tatum and Brown are too good to not peel one off like in the next couple of years. Like this is their time. So I just think it's one of the best teams. Major question mark is literally like what does Missoula add to this team? I don't know. Like I don't
What
think
doesn't
he's
he take away is the real question.
I don't
And
think
Rob.
he's too I
And
don't
the
I don't think
Rob
I
he's
was
too
gonna say, and
innovative.
Rob Williams, dude.
It's
Still,
Rob,
like,
dude. Like
He can't be static. Like he can't just like be like, all right, 6 minutes left. Like Derek White, you're out. Marcus Smart, you're in. Like he's got to just like let it flow.
you've
Brogdon will stay in the game.
you've gotta
Derek White will
understand the
close
flow of the
games.
game.
I mean, Robert Williams. I haven't. I guess done enough research. I'm expecting him to play game one, but
He is.
one of the
he's
craziest
playing, but
things
like,
this year.
how long is that gonna last?
I like
Derek
the
White,
Celts.
I can't believe how good he's been for the Celtics, and I just hope
They're
he
a
stays.
completely different team when he plays, dude. Completely different.
Yeah.
I
It's
just
like
hope it
night and
stays.
day. They
Yeah.
really need him to play and stay healthy for these playoffs.
I said that at the deadline last year. I was like, that's the big move the Celts made, and boy have I been wrong. Like he is elite. Like he literally, I won him in the game at the end of these games. Like he'll just have plays where he does it all. He'll have a steal and take it down the court and dish it off to JB for a dunk. Like he'll do that with 2-3 minutes left in the game. Completely change
He's so good.
the intensity. Yeah, he's elite. Give me the Celts, man.
Word. You're actually on an island more so with the Suns pick, though, Tom. I will say, no one else had them.
I mean, I'm definitely not confident in the West. I think I would take like the Suns or Nuggets. Like they're gonna meet, and then whoever wins that is gonna go to the finals. I think I would say like I think the other side is a little bit weaker. We barely touched on it, but if the Wolves play the Nuggets, like they're gonna win a game or two, I think. Like, and I really hope they win, whatever the plan is on Friday. I like the Wolves. I can't believe McDaniels is not playing. I don't know what they're gonna do with Gobert. Ant won't look like that again. Cat like is kind of just like maybe they're like trying to flash
that series is a win-win. Like you either get a great T-Wolves upset or the Nugs just like reassuring everybody.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, they haven't been tested in like 3 months.
Right, they haven't been tested a bit, so I think it'll be a little bit like, even though the Suns ended up getting blown out by the Mavs later on in last year's playoffs, I think it'll be a little bit like that, where we're like the Pelicans stole a couple games and it was like, oh shit, like is this for real? And then the Nuggets will probably win in 5 or 6, but I don't know. Just check the score. Thunder down 3 to the Pelicans right now. Even if either of those teams were to come out as the 8th seed, I could see them getting a game or two against the Nuggets. Like I think the Nuggets are more, if we're taking 1 seed for 1 seed, they're more vulnerable to giving up a couple games in the first round. I think the Bucks are going to wipe whoever they play. Nuggets, I'm not so sure. But like I said, pretty confident that once they get in the swing of it after that first series, that they'll get to the finals. But yeah, like 1 versus 1, it's not really a bold take, but that's the take that I have, I guess.
We all have either the Bucks or Celtics winning.
Yeah, really quick.
Yeah.
We'll do a pod for it, but like how much, like hypothetically, how much trouble do you think Cleveland could give Milwaukee in that second round?
I think that'll be 6 games. That'll be 6 games.
I don't think so.
I think there's a possibility, definitely.
Oh, for sure.
We skipped over the second round. I think that helps the Celtics. They're going to, if this current Sixers team pulls up to Boston, I love Boston. I don't know.
Yeah,
I was
dude.
gonna say like
Just
if Rob
the
Williams,
Celtics own Boston, dude. Like
yeah,
Dude,
the
they beat
Celtics
them
own
every
the-
year
oh,
they play in like
they
five.
do.
Like they
It's
own
like
Boston.
eventually
They own
that
Philly.
could sway though. If Rob
Yeah.
Willie doesn't play, like I wouldn't love to see Embiid just marching into the paint if I'm a Celtics fan. If that is the matchup.
I think the Celtics did like I heard a couple people talk about this, but they were like if the matchups in that Embiid MVP game, like they were kind of just like doing whatever. They were like, we're good, we got the 2 seed, like we're not gonna get the 1 seed anyway. And they were like Embiid scored on like 4 or 5 different guys, like Blake Griffin, Grant. Like I think they were
they
just
lost
like
by
this,
1 point and we didn't have Jaylen Brown. That is like all I need to
Yeah.
see.
Yeah.
You know, like
It's
I'm so straight off that. I'm not really worried
Yeah.
about Philly, honestly.
So I think
for
that bodes well
Celtics fans,
for
how
Celtics
could you be
versus
worried
Bucks.
about Philly at this point? Like you guys have
Yeah,
just
there's just
I'm
not a
not- yeah,
history of
he-
it. Like
yeah.
Confetti.
Yeah. I don't know
Great
though. I don't know.
confetti
Literally
at Luke,
confetti.
Steve. Never forget that.
First team to ever
I don't
drop
know though.
confetti
I
in
don't
a-
know. This could be a different year for Philly, I guess, but we could say that every year. Who the fuck knows? If the Celtics were, let's say, to lose, because I don't think if they lost to the Bucks in the ECF, there'd be any like rumblings. But if they were to lose to Philly in the second round, then I am nervous about like what's good with JB, like what's good with the Celtics
JB's
for the future. You know what I
JB's
mean? Like,
Gone if they lose to Philly in the second round, in my
but
opinion.
what about if
he-
they?
That would be
No, I would agree with
catastrophic
Dan.
if they
Tom,
lost to
you can
Philly.
hop in, but I agree with Dan. I think he
Yeah.
would be kind of on the way out.
Well,
catastrophic.
the Celtics are going to have the ability to give him more money if and when he makes an All NBA team this year. So, and I think we kind of just did our little walkthrough. Like, there's really no scenario where he finishes under second team. Like, he's been that
Yeah.
good. And I don't know like what the logistics of the contract are.
Missoula
But,
would get fired if they lose to Philly in the second round.
I mean,
that would
I'm
be
ready.
Oh yeah,
that
Joey
would
Claps,
be
dude.
catastrophic, dude.
Yeah.
Joey Bubblegum, Joey No Timeout, whatever you want to call him, dude. That there's no
Clapping.
shot. If
Yeah.
they lose to Philly, that I would never forgive them. That
Yeah.
would be terrible.
All right.
That would
Dude, that would be disastrous. Take Philly out of it. Like if let's just say they lose to the Bucks in the ECF, like when does it get stale for the Celtics? Because I feel like every year it's like
As lo-
Tatum and Brown have gotten better enough.
I mean,
each
if
year
they
where
lose
you're
to
As long
the
as
like,
they're
Bucks,
together, as long as they're
Yeah.
together, I don't care. I
If
they
always
lose-
think there's a chance.
if they lose,
It's
to
just
the
like,
Bucks,
what is
there
so-
will be
like,
like
if-
tension. But
Yeah,
it
they
won't-
make like they make
There would
the
be tension,
conference
but it wouldn't end
finals
it.
like almost every year. They've made 4 in the last 6 years. What move are you gonna do that's gonna take you
Yeah.
from the ECF every year to the chip?
yeah,
Dame.
What are you gonna do? Like
Yeah,
nothing.
something
Like,
like
you know what I
that.
mean? Like, would
Yeah.
you rather make the ECF every year
Dame.
or like be a middle of the pack East team in the
Yeah.
playoffs, or maybe worse?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just keep the
And-
team and just build around them. You don't have to like get rid of those two
if-
guys.
If
There's
it's up to
something to be
Brad
said, too,
Stevens,
for the
Tatum,
Bucks.
and Brown, they're fine. They're fine.
Yeah. I think there's something to be said too for like the Bucks like end point. I think that if the Bucks like taking this conversation to the Bucks, like if the Bucks were to lose before the finals, I mean,
Middleton's
that's
an
like a
unrestricted
really
free
stale
agent,
team.
dude.
Yeah,
He could be
if-
gone. We
Yeah.
might not even have to worry about Milwaukee like that
That's
next
the
year.
thing,
Obviously,
like,
you do with Giannis, but like that team around Giannis is like
It's-
always changing, dude.
Yeah.
It's always changing. So
And-
Well,
like,
it could be.
Well, the
Yeah, the
thing is,
Knicks
it's
or the
been a little
Cavs.
bit like it's changed a bit in the last 5 years, not much, and I think that is coming to a close soon. Like the Bucks, it's almost like the Celtics could sort of wait around, and with the Bucks falling off, that would help them, rise up to above them, because I just think the Bucks are like a year or two away where this roster, talk about stale, like it's just like Drew, Chris, Giannis lose in the ECF or in the finals again. Like how many times are you going to be able to hear that? So I don't know,
But they've
the
done.
team gets a
they've-
lot of respect for just that one finals run. Not that
Right.
I'm not saying that they shouldn't, but it's not like they've made the finals like 2 of the last. Like they had the one finals.
yeah,
Like
they've underperformed consistently. I would say last year
they
maybe
lost
not,
in the
but
second round last year.
Yeah,
Like,
last year
and
they
they
lost
in the
then
second
maybe-
round to the Heat
Right.
like 3 years ago. Like
they
I don't
lost
know.
to the Raptors. To the Raptors.
to the
before-
Raptors too when Kawhi
No, that was
went
the
off.
ECF.
Yeah,
the
that was
ECF.
actually
That
when
was
they
the
were
ECF.
right. That was the
No,
ECF.
that wasn't. Was it the ECF?
Yeah,
That was the
But
ECF.
they lost in like 5, I think. I think it was
But-
like a quick.
No, dude.
No,
They
went up
were
2-0,
up
and then they lost
and then they
4
lost
straight.
in
Oh
6.
yeah,
They lost 4 straight because that was
That's
when
bad.
That's
That was
bad. But
Kawhi
that
bag.
also was when Kawhi was in his
Bag,
bag, dude. Like
That's
he was
just
he
like
was
legend. Yeah,
he
that's
I'm
was
not
on
even
his
mad,
legendary
like-
shit.
No one holds that against him.
Yeah, I don't
Giannis
hold that
wasn't
one
really
against
good
him.
at
But the
that.
Heat, the
I'll hold
Heat
it
loss,
against
I hold against them big
Embiid
time.
though. I'll hold it against
Yeah.
Embiid though.
Embiid. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah,
The Kawhi
Okay.
bag.
yeah. Sure. All right, though, boys. I think that's a wrap, dude. We covered a lot. Yeah.
Congrats,
Any
Stan.
final remarks before we head out of here? Go Knicks. Go Celts. Even go Nets. I'm down, Billy.
Yeah.
Go Nets.
Dude,
Fuck
Nets
it,
world.
yo. Fuck the Sixers.
Everyone, yeah, I don't give a fuck about Philly beating the Nets. Go Nets, dude. Like,
Yeah.
fuck Philly.
I'm down.
Yeah,
Go Nets.
I'm
Go
down.
Nets. Go Knicks. Go
I'm so-
Celtics.
I
Go
am
Suns.
so down
Go Lakers.
for a
Dude.
Nets
Go
World
Lakers,
first
man.
round.
Nets
chill
World
out,
first
dude.
round, dude. You heard it here first.
Billy, you're focused on what matters, dude. We got playoff Bron.
future,
One more
baby.
year. Dude, every game could be the last one. Just
Yeah.
cherish it while it's here.
That's true.
For those of you who are
Bron.
just checking in, Nem, he's been doing it for 20.
All right, we'll end it on that.